it's not like we don't have a few kinks in their armor, but Crawfordsville's going to have to find those kinks, and they definitely have to control tempo.
Hello and welcome to tonight's Sagamore Athletic Conference football game between the Lebanon Tigers and the Crawfordsville Athenians. We're here at Crawfordsville Athletic Complex. It is stopped raining for the moment. We've had rain for about the previous 20 minutes. It's probably going to rain again later on, but we're going to play ball. I don't think we're going to have any lightning. We did have a lightning strike about 6 o'clock, but we've not seen anything since. This is Rhett Welliver along with Aaron Wendelin tonight. Glad to have Aaron back. He's wealth of football knowledge here.
Hey, it's great to be back, Coach. Thanks for giving me the call. I appreciate the chance to come in and watch these guys play and hopefully get out there and get after it after the Tigers tonight.
Yeah. We'll preview the game just a little bit here. Coming into tonight, Lebanon comes in with a record of 4-2 versus the Athenians at 2-4. Lebanon is a scoring machine. They are let me get my stats here in just a second.
A couple of the scores I saw had them scoring in the 50s and giving up the 30s or 40s types of points. So don't know how that's really going to play into Crawfordsville's kind of grinded up smash mouth. It's kind of like completely different styles on the offensive side of the ball. So we'll just have to see if we've got the guys, if we can control the tempo and pace of the game, maybe keep their offense off the field with our running game. You can see some good things happening.
You're exactly right, Aaron. We are going to have to control the ball. Lebanon's scoring at about 43.5 points per game. They've scored over 60 points in a game, mid-50s another game. Well, 2 games they've scored in the mid-50s. So when I see 43.5, I'm not sure that's real accurate. But they're a passing team. They're a wide open team. They spread the field. They average over 300 yards a game passing, average over 150 yards a game on the ground. Just phenomenal stats. Now, they have had problems on defense. They give up a lot of points as well. So I'm coaching 7th grade football this year, and so I was talking to our team about this earlier, and I really think the key is ball control for us, but at the same time, we have to come up and win the turnover battle.
Sure.
We need a couple of interceptions and get the ball going back our way. And the games that we have lost at the varsity level, we have turned the ball over. And especially we've turned the ball over at critical times. 2 games that we lost, 2 conference games we lost, we turned the ball over when we were going down, driving the ball with a chance to take the lead, and we turn it over. There's an opening kickoff, and it's deep. And it gets into the end zone. That's a positive there.
Yes.
That was Jackson Albrecht kicking off, and they have an outstanding quarterback in Evan Stambaugh. He's number 10. Their featured running back, if I can find him here in a minute, is Trey Washington.
Okay.
Number 3. No, that's not right. It's not Trey. That must be his brother.
It's 20.
It's
22
right
or
there,
28.
Jalen Washington, number 25.
There we go.
And they have 3 receivers with a lot of yards.
Yeah, they're spreading it out right here. You just got the single back. And
hand off to Washington.
Right away. Breaks a couple tackles, gets outside, still on his feet. You're going to have to do a better job of wrapping up. It's one of those things right there. If you want to wrap him up and let the help come in, right there, get a couple extra helmets on him, make him feel it every time he touches the ball. If he's going to run like that, straight up and down, not a real small guy either. So you hopefully get some good shots in on him.
He's really quick. Watching him play last year, and he plays basketball. Stambaugh keeps it. And, we have got to do a better job of tackling.
Trent Johnson there was one of the first guys to make contact, and Evan took Trent for a ride there. Could have thrown a saddle on him.
Well, another thing on Stambaugh is an outstanding 3-sport athlete. Not needless to say quarterback, but he's a very, very good wrestler, state qualifier in wrestling, as well as a baseball player. Hand off to Washington up the middle. Big yards again.
Same thing.
Yep, you've got it, Aaron.
Going to have to wrap up there at the point of attack. We've got an Athenian down there.
Trayvon Hall.
Looks like he's slowly getting up. He might have got kicked or stepped on there, the way he's kind of hobbling.
Number 55, Caleb Victory comes in for him. On defense, we Calvin Chaney and Caden Jones have to be the big-time tacklers for us.
Yeah.
There's a good hit. Ball's loose. We've got it.
There we go. And
there's one of those turnovers.
Just like I said right there, he's running straight up and down, and he's kind of carrying it like a loaf of bread, and not too hard. If you get a helmet on it, knock it out. Strip them right there. Nice job by the good guys to get a takeaway.
I think that was Calvin Chaney on the hit that caused the fumble. Did not see who recovered it.
Calvin's over here talking to the coaches, it looks like, so we got the high five. So it doesn't really matter at this point. We got it, so let's see if we can make that one hurt.
If you have not watched the Athenians, they run an offset line, very heavy on one side, and when they're that way, they're going to run the ball that way 90% of the time, and it's going to be, we're passing right off the, no. Uh-oh. I bet that's coming back.
Yeah. Didn't see it, but I think that was Jones out there had a chance on a crackback and laid off the guy, avoided the penalty. So there must have been something a little bit different there at the point of attack. Yeah, it's a very different approach.
Yeah. On that particular play, it is a pass play, but Coach Getz has stated and told the quarterbacks and emphasized to the quarterbacks, if you can gain positive yardage, just go ahead and run it instead of putting the ball up in the air.
Sure.
And of course that depends on the situation. If you need 10 yards to get a first down on that play and you can only run and get 5, then you need to throw.
When you got a lot of experience back there in Trent, he's been playing the position for a while, and he's athletic enough, and it probably didn't hurt when they ran that little pistol last year, and he was kind of a featured running quarterback last year, didn't put the ball up that much, and so, he's got the right makeup back there.
We moved.
Yeah, just turn around and gave him. Darn, we get a nice pickup on the penalty and turn around and give 5 of it right back. Although I think he only walked off about 4.5, so we'll take it.
I'm a little surprised on the call because, again, if you watch us play here and you watch the line, they come up and they stay in the upright position before the quarterback's cadence, and the quarterback says move, then our linemen come up and then come down to the set position with 3-point stance.
If you remember back in the day, the Dallas Cowboys used to run that same kind of nice move by Caden, and puts his head down and barrels ahead for positive
6.
Yeah. Nice job.
Well, Crawfordsville really missed Caden last week.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. He had to sit out the game. Went back to the Southmont game in which he got a personal foul. And honestly, I saw it, and both teams Southmont had a young man also ejected, and nobody was too happy about that for either side.
No. It tends to be one of those things, you get to a heated rivalry game like that, and, sometimes your emotions get the best of you. And I didn't see it. I actually was listening on the radio. I was driving at the time.
It was a push, and no words were said before. No words were said afterwards. And it was just a push.
Yeah, well, it's unfortunate. Like I said,
Yeah, here we go. Third and 3 for the Athenians.
Yeah. Good job by the Athenians moving the ball here right off the bat. I'm impressed. The O-line is actually doing a good job of sustaining their blocks.
You haven't seen that, have you?
It's been a few years.
Hey, this is 4-down territory as far as I'm concerned. From what I've seen.
There he is, right there. Go get the ball.
Too much air.
Little float there.
Yeah, if he'd have hit him a little bit earlier, it was one-on-one out there, and who knows?
Yeah.
He's really lucky it wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, you gotta zip that one out. I understand he's trying to a little bit of touch on it to make sure the guy could get under it, but he probably would have been better just to pop it out there. And with the ball being wet, I know that can play a little bit of havoc. Hey, but the good news is they don't have to play in the mud.
Sure.
They might not be happy about that. I never minded playing in the mud back in the day. So.
Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, I think
it's really close.
He's got it.
I think he got
that little second and third effort there.
The official on this side is marking it inside the 39, so that would definitely be a first down.
Again, nice job. Good surge by the O-line there, giving Caden a chance to actually pick a hole. He's not fighting off tacklers as soon as he gets the ball, so the direct snap working nicely for him.
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago, Coach Getz changed the blocking scheme, and it has really worked tremendously for the Athenians.
Back to Jones again.
What they're doing on that strong side, depending on how the linemen and the backers are lined up, they will triple team a lineman. At least, the least they will do is double team. And since they've gone to that, it's just worked out a lot better. We've been able to sustain drives better. And just a real consistent, methodical march down the field.
Well, they've got some beef up there. They're going to move some guys around, no doubt about it. Again, nice. Again, point of attack. Good surge by the O-line. And, it's kind of looks like that 3 yards in a cloud of dust philosophy.
Yeah, if we had a dirt field, it would be.
It's 3 yards in a pile of rubber pellets, I guess. So.
Yeah. No, this is good. The clock is running. Lebanon's offense is on the sideline where we want it. And as long as we keep this pace to the game, we can stay in it.
Yeah, this is definitely going to work to our advantage here. And we're +1 takeaways. Keep it that way. And just kind of let our guys up front just continue to wear down.
Oh, good play. Good play. Run it, Trent. Run it.
Go. Take it down and go, buddy. Nice job.
I wish he would have just taken off right away. If it had just taken off right away.
He was looking for, was that?
I know.
Who's 5 for us?
But there, it's a 3rd and 5 situation. First thing I'm looking for is 3rd and 5. I'm looking for a first down.
You want 5 yards?
I want 5 yards for the
I
first
get
down.
it. Yeah.
If it was a first down play, I might be looking.
Yeah, take your time.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was a bad mark. Well,
he stuck his hand out there at the end. It's hard to tell where he went out of bounds.
Well, I think it's going to Caden Jones.
Well, I wouldn't bet against you. Trent might have started a little early.
Yeah, I think he got it.
Yeah. Good mark.
They got it.
Yeah.
Lebanon did a really nice job there. Their lineman went straight down.
Right.
Took the legs out of our offensive lineman and just made a pile there.
Yeah.
And that's the way you play that short yardage situation.
Well, and what you do there is if you get that pile made and then you force the backs to move around the pile and hopefully your linebackers are there to scrape it and make the tackle. But we haven't had to worry, but that's the first play where they've actually even tried to do anything like it. We've been blowing them, most of the time, back.
Whoa! That's Stephen Latre on the counter. Stephen's really quick, really aggressive runner, and did a really nice job picking his hole there. There was a lot of traffic there.
Yeah.
And he just hit just a small hole and got through for a 9-yard gain.
Great vision there to see that little seam and squirt through it. Nice job by Latre. That's a big gain right there. This gives you maybe take a shot at the end zone right here if you wanted to try it, because you're second and less than a yard.
Maybe.
Or you could just keep doing what you're doing. There's one of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
First down. I've seen more of just the single back in the backfield today, with Trent being back there, than I have all year.
Well, it's kind of like really having 2 running backs back there, because you could see if he wasn't playing quarterback, that'd be a natural spot for him. He's big and strong like that.
They're sending Caden up as another blocking back, and I mean, my gosh, we've got like 8 guys on one side of the line blocking.
Let's say we're gonna put about half a ton on anybody that.
There goes through the middle for a
nice
touchdown.
job, no flags. Hey. How about that? Who would have thunk? The Athenians on the board first, capitalizing on the turnover there and taking it all the way to the house. Kind of they took, about 8 minutes? Or well, not quite. No, we started with 12. Sorry. So we took probably about 6.5 minutes off the clock.
Yep.
Great job.
Get this extra point here. Jackson Albrecht kicking the extra point. It's good.
It's good. Nice job.
All right, Aaron. That's just what the doctor ordered. That's the way we drew it up, wasn't it?
I don't think you could have done it any better. You get it. So, and here's the good thing is now you get the kickoff in the second half too. So you got that working for you, and you get the takeaway. You don't give up any points, and you come out and you definitely establish with your team that we can run the ball on these guys. And you talk about building some confidence for every drive from now on.
Yep.
As long as you don't get into a track meet with them, keep doing what you're doing and just stay a score ahead.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Now, here's the thing. Now, Lebanon was running. Did they throw a pass at all?
No.
They did not. And
no.
They are a passing team. So, the reason they ran is, I mean, North Montgomery ran against us last week.
Mm-hmm.
North Montgomery only threw the ball 3 times last week. So Lebanon saw that film. They say, hey, we're a pretty good running team anyway, so let's just go ahead and run. Now, do they go back and do they pass in this possession?
I wouldn't think they'd be panicking at this point. And obviously the coaches, take away the mistake, they were doing exactly what they wanted to do. They were picking up big chunks of yardage every time that they touched the ball. So, again, I wouldn't. They know that they can score at will. I just don't think they'll panic yet. We'll see.
Yep, I would be pleased with another touchback here if we can do it. Kicked it to the side there.
Oh, could have let that one go out of bounds and didn't. Oh, wrap up, guys.
There we go. That's
nice
good tackle.
That'll work. We'll take him at the 25.
I think that was A.J. Johnson on the tackle for the Athenians.
Tigers will start this possession first and 10.
Now they run a really quick set on their passes too. It's a lot of slants.
Okay.
So I really think I'm trying to take the inside away, or maybe I'm trying to set them up and say, hey, go ahead and throw the inside, and I jump the route.
Yeah. Well, as I say, what you do with that is if you're going to, is you come up and play man, because that
passing on the first play,
over
the middle, deep.
Yeah, and that was just Elliott Stewart got beat, and and we were playing man, and when you play man, you cannot let the guy inside of you. You've got to stay inside, and you've got to maintain contact with them, and because once they break inside of you like that, they've got the whole field to work with. So that's unfortunate right there to see a big chunk of yards like that.
That was Clayton Barber on the reception for Lebanon.
That's a nice pass. Stanbaugh read that quickly and realized that he was.
It's loose.
There we go. Hey,
that's right. It'll be second and
20.
Almost 20 yards.
That's awesome. The other thing that might work to our advantage here is if it shows up in the picture off to the west. I would bet that's rain. Is it going to go south of us? Okay, if it was going to come this way, you could see that would work more in favor of the Athenians with the running game than the Tigers with the passing game.
They were going to pass there as well.
Yeah, trips to our side of the field here.
Another pass.
Got it. Good job breaking up the pass.
I hope that pass is not complete, because there's no way that pass should be completed as long as it was in the air.
Is that, you said 19 is
Trayvon Hall.
Trayvon, as I say, he just about could have jumped up and swatted that one down. A little shot blocking action there. I think he got free and wasn't quite sure what to do.
Well, I have not seen the film on Stanball. If he maybe sometimes pulls it down at the last second and runs, and if he has done that, maybe they've been told to stay down.
Certainly, he's athletic enough. You don't want to leave your feet unless you have to. But yeah,
big play here. Third.
We're going to blitz.
20. See if we can get him to punt. Pass long. Oh, he's wide open.
Oh, he dropped
the ball.
Turned his head and looked before he caught the ball. So fortunate break for the Athenians there.
Yep, and it was enough for a first down. Barely enough, but it was enough for a first down.
Yeah, he was right there he knew where to go.
Lebanon appears to be punting here, which I would think they would.
Yeah, going to try to put us deep in our own territory.
Trent Johnson's back deep. And not sure who that is punting. I would think Stanball.
Kicks a low line drive.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
That's off our guy.
It is Lebanon's ball.
I think there's going to be a flag because I think they were holding us on that. So.
And that's a wide ball. And Lebanon will get the ball. However, there is a flag on the play.
Right at the spot of the possession.
Yeah, I think.
Holding against Lebanon, that's going to give the Athenians the ball here.
Yeah, basically our guy couldn't get out of the way because the Athenian guy had him wrapped up.
You know what? They may have to punt again. I'm not sure which way this goes. Nope. No. It's the Athenians' ball.
Yeah.
That's a big break.
Yeah, huge.
I hope Trent was yelling because that's the deep man. You're supposed to be yelling in that situation.
Yeah.
Back to the ground machine
Quick
here
snap.
again.
Johnson.
We are going to have to throw the ball a little bit.
Yeah, they're figuring it out. They've obviously been told, and when they go over to the sideline, the Lebanon defensive line, hey, you've got to get down and make a pile, and that's really it's cutting the legs out from our running backs and quarterback at this point. You can't get over that.
They basically had 10 guys in the box on that play.
Yeah.
Just one guy back, and I think they're going to do that all night long.
Sure.
2:30 to go here in this first.
Yeah, they got 10 guys.
10 in the box. Yeah. Nice job by Kate.
Good job. He does run hard.
Mm-hmm.
What I like there too is for his size, he really made a nice quick cut upfield.
Yeah, not much time going east and west. He got headed south as quick as he could.
Yeah.
So,
Aaron, you say we're on our side of the field here, and we need to pick up the first down here. But I really think if it's 4th and a yard, I think we'll go for it.
It'd be interesting to see.
I would soon get the first down here, but
yeah. Well, it's just more opportunity to keep the Lebanon if you get the first down. But, we're going to throw it. That guy's holding. Nice job. Awesome catch.
Cameron Saunders on the catch.
Nice job by Cameron because he had the Lebanon defender hanging all over him. So nice job to be able to, he turned and then turned back again and was able to reach back and grab that over the top of the Lebanon defender while he was clawing at him. So great job by Cameron.
Cameron has not caught many balls, but the ones he's caught have been for big yardage.
Right back at it. So we're gonna keep applying the pressure here.
Yeah, he's averaging coming in tonight 39.5 yards a catch.
Well, didn't he have the one for like 70
yards?
There's
a good counter. There's Hayden. No. Who is that?
That's 23.
I think that's Weimer.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No, Stephen Latreille.
Latreille again. Okay.
It was Latreille.
Nice job again. It's a great kind of get this thunder and lightning approach going here. You got Caden out there being your hammer, and then you bring Latreille in there like that, and he's a little more scat back kind of a guy.
Much quicker.
Yeah, definitely got some foot speed on Caden. No offense to Caden, but he doesn't move quite like that. Trent taking the ball outside. Ooh, can't quite break free.
Yeah. You know why? He's still got positive yardage.
Sure.
Hey, we're down here. One more play in the first quarter.
Yeah.
Just couldn't be going better. I shouldn't say that, but hey, you know why? Honestly, I do believe that the kids really believe in this offensive concept and the concept of the team and grinding it out. They know they've got a chance.
Yeah, well, and this, and that's what it takes. Is you got to believe, and you get kids that with the mindset that, hey, we can go out there and do this. And I think one of the things, I heard Coach Getz either on the radio or in the paper, he was talking about kind of his philosophy to the team in general. And one of the things that I really liked was he said that it's a 50-50 kind of a deal. 50% is on the coaches and 50% is on the players, and it's got to start with the coaches, and then the players have got to meet them in the middle. And having that kind of mindset, hey, I'm in this just the same as you are, and I think you get, 17, 18-year-old guys are going to buy into that, and I think that's a real positive thing here.
He's done a lot of team building, leadership things. Trying to give the kids ownership into the program.
It's their team.
It is, and like they have plays that he's brought in, and he'll have the kids name the plays.
Like that?
Yeah, exactly. And it can be anything modern for them, names,
Sure.
So where they relate, and it's like, hey, that's kind of cool. That's a neat thing that he does. Obviously, with his experience, he knows how to build that program and that ownership within the program.
Yeah, it's the guys have to be excited, and Crawfordsville's been down for so long to come out and to be able to, this year to have a legitimate shot even at a county championship, and you're winning some games and you're competing in the games that you're not winning. That's the thing, is you're just not getting blown out.
You would think pass here, but I'm not convinced.
Yeah, we're gonna throw
I am convinced
fade.
now. It's
Off his fingertips.
You know what? It was an ugly duck going out there, but it was right on target. It might have been a hair long.
A little long, but nowhere else you could put it, because when you run that fade route like that, it's got to come over the shoulder of the receiver, because the defender's running right there with him. So that's all you can do.
Jackson Albrecht's going to try a field goal here. It's going to be about 32 yards.
Adds another dimension to your game here if you can do that. Probably doesn't make anybody feel any better on Lebanon. Yeah, to trench your quarterback.
Nobody broke out. He's not going to pick up the first down on that.
No.
You know what? I'm not sure what happened there.
It was high snap.
Yeah, it was a bad snap, but you always have a play out of a bad snap for receivers to get off and break, and our receivers were really, really, really late.
Yeah.
Cam Saunders would have been the guy to go to.
Sure.
But
that's a communication thing. If they're not hearing it, they're going to try to sustain their blocks. So, unfortunately, the Athenians not able to capitalize on that drive, and it's still a 7-0 lead for them.
Get right back at it here.
Yep. You got them pinned deep. That's a good thing. This is last time they started on the 25.
Because they're pinned deep, don't necessarily again look for them to run. I know last week their first play from scrimmage was 90-yard pass for a touchdown.
Sure. Well, they've shown that they can get open. Yeah, here it is again on this side. Yeah.
That was a quick out that time.
Yeah, and you had same thing with number 12 out there, your wideout. He broke inside. We've got to jam those guys at the line of scrimmage and keep them from breaking inside, because honestly, if Stanbaugh would have hit 12, he would have still been running.
Yeah, we've got plenty of coverage deep. We're playing too deep. And, we could really be physical on the receivers at the line of scrimmage if we wanted to be.
Who's 25 for us?
A.J. Johnson.
A.J., he needs to get up.
Yep, a Stanbaugh with the ball.
Oh, there's a flyby there. Somebody just absolutely missed him. That was Trent. That's too bad. He had him about 10 yards back and just, I don't know if he put his head down and Stanbaugh just went right by him. Got the first down.
Yeah, Trent's playing a position that is basically he can do anything he wants. Now, they will call specific plays, but he's pretty free. Now, they've got a special call on this because he's playing the middle linebacker this time. I think they think they're going to run it. Nope, pass. Oh, come on, you got to get him.
Yeah.
Okay, good pressure. But that is, Stanball's really dangerous there.
Yeah, and see, that's Cheney broke through there, I think, is who that is. If I recognize the leg gear there on him. Had a shot at Stanbaugh in the backfield, and that's one of those, again, he's shifty, no doubt. You're just going to have to break down. And
exactly. You want to keep him in the pocket.
If nothing else, force him to pull the ball down and make a decision on where he's going to go versus continue to let him stand there and look for receivers downfield. Here's a little pitch, little toss outside. And then call it.
No, because the rule is actually you got to pull straight back, and he pulled to the side.
Right.
We had Gage Gertis right there is the way Coach Getz, again, teaches his defense is he wants to funnel the runner to the outside.
Well, on a sweep like that, you definitely want to string it out, and you let your inside help come out.
Gage got caught out, and if he was able to string it out more, they would not have gained that yardage.
There's a little counter play there. He's still going. Oh, jeez.
Yep.
He is quick and shifty.
Yeah. And we're playing so loose. I mean, we have, with the way they spread the field anyway, on their formation and throwing. And we are not overly blessed with speed.
No.
So we do have our hands full defensively.
Probably the fastest guy I know on the field right now out here is 22. Bridgewater kid. I know he's got some wheels. Stanbaugh maybe audible in there at the line.
Right up the middle.
He's shifty. He got almost 10 yards on that. He did.
Good enough for a Tiger first down.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to figure out that they need to stay in their lanes with the front. And again, if you have to make a pile and let our backers are playing so far off the ball.
Yeah, they are. And that's because of that pass threat.
Sure. They're standing 5 yards off the ball. He's definitely he's calling his shots here when he sees something. Trayvon, stay with your guy there. Oh,
touchdown. Zach Defoe for the Tigers.
Another baseball player.
Yep. So that did not take long. That took less than 2 minutes.
Yes.
So that's kind of what we were talking about to start the game.
Quick strike, no doubt.
Well, he just simply needs again get this kickoff, march it down the field, take time off the clock, get the score, and we're fine.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things. They obviously, Lebanon didn't change their game plan based on one turnover, and we don't need to change ours based off of one failed field goal attempt here. We moved the ball very nicely down, and we just need to keep that up. You can see the guys are going to have to go back and remember that first drive.
Yes.
Those good firing off the ball, staying on your man, sustaining your block, giving your backs a chance to see that. And again, I'll go back to the kind of the 1-2 punch with Jones and Johnson there.
Yep. Let's see who we got going back today. I think DeAndre Brinkley and Dalton Bridgewater.
Who's the guy that ran one back against Greencastle?
He is not. You know what? I'm not sure he's on the team anymore.
Okay.
No, he got hurt.
Yeah.
That's it. He got hurt. Bounds.
Yeah, Bounds. That's the name I was looking for. Hurt. Oh, that's too bad. You want to talk about? We were talking about speed. I think I see him down there with the jacket on.
Yep, that's him. It's kick deep, and that's going to be DeAndre Brinkley at the 1 yard line.
Run, Dre.
DeAndre is really, really quick, but he would have been wise to let that ball go.
I think he was unsure, and then he ended up catching it there at about the 1.5. So. Let's see. Hey, the only good news about that is it would take more time off the clock for us to take it from the 19 than the 18 than the 20. So we'll take it.
Yeah, we'll be positive here. Trying to look for some scores here. North, Montgomery, and Webo are tied up at 7. Caden Jones up the middle.
Nice job. Hang on to the ball.
There we go.
Hey, that's a pickup of a little over 11, almost 12.
And the thing, too, about this type of offense, it really wears on the defense.
Well, when you're constantly forcing the D line backwards into the backers, and you're not really getting a good touch on them there to slow the guys down, it makes it harder for your backers and your D-backs to bring down, particularly a big guy like Caden. Seeing him come barreling through there at full speed.
Yeah, you're not real anxious to get in front of him.
Nah, you get the middle backer there from Lebanon. He's up on the line now. He's a good-sized guy, but they're not.
Oh, geez.
Turned around and gave 6 of it back.
Yeah, well, if you saw, they really had the line stacked.
Yeah, they didn't hide that. I mentioned that, who was it there? Stepped 59 and stepped all the way up into the gap there, and there was no attempt to disguise that by the Tigers.
Yeah, well, the 7th and 8th grade went over to Danville this week, and we get there, and our first offensive possession, we're up there, and they come up, and they had just 6-7 guys on the line of scrimmage. And we're like, what's going on here? And we get ready to punt, and they're yelling, watch the punt. And Caden there, I thought he was going to break through a small hole there.
If he could have cut back a little bit closer to us, it looked like we had them all kind of packed up there.
Well, so it's like they know what we're doing. Come to find out, after the 8th grade game's over and everything, Coach Veach, our 8th grade coach, was talking to the Danville coaches. They had watched our YouTube and had scouted us really well. And, we didn't have the advantage of...
It's kind of funny because Cale had mentioned that the guys on the soccer team had done the same thing with the Lebanon soccer team before we played them, because they actually were...
get down! Oh. That's it. That's not good.
That's
holding.
Yeah, they saw it.
Okay. But it is still Lebanon's ball.
Unfortunately, it's still going to be deep in our territory, but...
that ricocheted off probably the defensive end. It was not going to gain much yardage.
Yeah, I'm not sure that was deciding to throw that one there. A lot of traffic.
And that's the thing. We have to win the turnover battle, so now we're 1-1. And, maybe we just turn it right around and create a turnover in our favor here.
That's what you got to hope for. Cannot turn around and let them score again in less than 2 minutes again. You gotta try to make something happen here on defense. You gotta believe right here.
And boy, big turnover.
Their guys are moving.
Washington
has it. He'll go left. He's got one man to beat.
Touchdown.
He turns, dives into the end zone as he gets past Bridgewater and then Johnson. Bridgewater had him at the 8. He spun back before the field of play, dove into the end zone, and led.
You know, where Dalton was there, I don't mean to get on him too much, but he didn't really use the sideline.
Got to push him out of bounds.
Exactly.
And it's now a 13-7 lead.
But it was still a huge gain by the time he
part of
got
that just boils down to there though. That kid's obviously a strong enough runner. When you've got Dalton, because Dalton had him wrapped up and just didn't drive his legs to push him out of bounds, but still with Dalton hanging on him, he's able to spin.
Ooh.
He got it.
Yep. All right. Well, hey, we're still right back at the same thing because once again, we get the ball, we drive the field, we score, make it 14-0. We get the ball to start the second half.
Right. You get what you got to do here. Again, don't press the panic button. We've seen that the running game will work, even on that last drive. You had unfortunately the blitz and the sack took us a little bit out of our approach, but you know, there's no need to change here just yet.
Let's see if we're still going to run the ball, but I think we may look at a pass here earlier, on a first down or a second down.
I don't want to start to get into a bit of a broken record, but as this wears on, you'll hear me start to talk about, a little play action or a hot pass to your one of your tight ends. You mentioned we're not going to beat these guys with speed, so you're going to have to go with deception, and where you can get a hot pass to one of your tight ends. Sometimes you get a guy, you catch him off guard you're thinking a running situation, and that guy just pops up and you dump the ball to him.
Yes.
Let that one go.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the way out the back of the end zone. No questions on that one.
Well, this is really big here. Again, really, to me, for a momentum thing. It would be great if we scored, but we need to march the ball down the field, take several minutes off the clock to slow the game down.
Sure thing, and this is about the amount of time that we took off.
Yes, it is.
With that first drive that we scored on. And so, you just say, hey, what we're going to do is our goal is to go into the locker room at halftime either tied or with the lead. So we're going to make this happen.
Yeah, let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They back one guy off. They still have 6 on the line.
Yeah.
See how they, Caden, right. See, yeah. They're actually coming in. They're from the outside to make the tackle, but the middle guys are clogging it up enough.
This is where you got to have your little scat back out here, and you seal those guys and a little jet sweep around the edge or something like that to, keep them guessing here, keep them off balance is what you want to do.
My bet is we see that counter again fairly quickly.
Yeah, coaches are watching. They're seeing the same things we are, I'm sure.
We're spreading her out this time. He's open. Oh, he was open. He got it. Great catch.
I don't know what the flag was for.
I have no idea, because I really didn't see any contact to speak of either way.
He basically used a little swim move to come to the other side of the guy, but there was no interference.
The Lebanon guy had his back to the ball.
He didn't face guard him that I could see. Did he grab his face mask on the way down?
No. He called interference. Man, it just had to be because he had his back to the ball, wasn't playing the ball, and we actually made contact with him to get to the ball, and I think it's pretty generous. But
I think he picked it up. He waved it off.
Yeah, they did. We caught the ball. It was, it was only a 15-yard penalty if we had dropped it.
So just kind of what we said there, open up a little. And the umbrellas just came out here in the bleachers, so the rain's obviously made its way to us. And if you look, if we get a shot there to the north over the scoreboard at some point, it is really dark.
It is dark. Let's see, Lebanon 75, Daniel Hanners, the senior, 6'3", 300 pounds in the middle there. He's really blocking that middle up quite a bit.
He's not missing too many all-you-can-eat breakfasts, I'm saying. So pouring down rain now.
We're right back at it, though.
Johnson, nice gain there. And it's a good thing to see because all the white jerseys were downfield on that one here. So that's encouraging.
Yeah, they just adjusted where they run in that particular play from the middle to just actually probably just outside the guard.
One gap out. Yeah.
See where Lebanon shifted, though. It looked like they shifted outside this time. Ooh, that was really close.
I don't see how he didn't get to the neutral zone.
The Athenians are calling timeout. That's probably a good timeout here. It's 3rd and 5. Again, it's imperative. It's imperative that we make the first down and keep the ball and run that clock.
Surprised we didn't go with a little bit of a hard snap count there because I think it's a little bit less than 5 to go.
Yeah.
Draw them off sides like we thought we had them there, and away you go. You got your first down.
Yep.
The Warriors of Turkey Run. It is 2-2 with our 2 doubles.
Just got a report on the tennis sectional, which we're playing Turkey Run.
Correct.
In the championship match, and it's tied up 2-2.
And the 2 doubles are in the 4th set.
Are in the 4th set?
That's what they just said.
Whoa. So it's really tight. I do know a little bit about Turkey Run, you would say. Well, what would they have? They have a really, really strong senior class down there. I mean, for Turkey Run.
It's kind of like our guys were last year. They've been playing the whole time together, and a lot of experience there.
Yeah.
Whereas we had almost a whole brand new group of guys come in this year with a new coach as well.
Yeah. And a good foreign exchange student.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me, was that
right behind Trent? Trent. Yeah.
He's going to be about 2 yards short, it looks like.
Well, we're going to go for it here.
Sure, why not? Clock's running.
We might even use another timeout. We might run the clock all the way down here, the play clock, use up all of it, and we may not.
It's a short 3 to go for the first down.
We have not run the counter in this set of plays, in this series of plays.
No. You don't have the right personnel on the field to run it, though, do you? No.
I do not see Latre out there.
No, he is
which
not.
Surprises me. Oh, good play!
Hey, I called it right there, the hot pass.
Nice.
That's the ticket right there, Coach. Even though I haven't played a snap of offensive ball since I was in the 8th grade, I think I could probably be an offensive coordinator.
Yep. Well, you really made those linebackers commit to the run and just bam.
Yep. And it's quick enough that you don't get the downfield blocking and everything like that. It works like a charm.
That was huge. One more first down, and we're going to take this baby right down to the end of the half.
Take it to the house is what I say.
Yes.
Let's just keep going here while we got him on the heels.
Hey,
oh, he going rumbling and bumbling.
Great.
Almost for first down.
And there's something a little different. Caden went to the outside. You normally see Caden run. He's running in.
Well, and I'll go back to what I said earlier. You see that guy coming around the outside. It's probably like staring down a Caterpillar bulldozer coming around out there.
For sure.
Big yellow helmet. So.
For sure. Yep, Caden's a load. He's got some big thighs.
Little feedback from the.
Oh. Who's that from?
It's from my biggest fan.
Oh, okay.
Well, maybe your biggest fan, actually.
Well,
but, so.
She's all right.
Yeah.
I'll say that one nice little thing there about her.
Keeps me honest. So it's one of those things. I think she probably cringes anytime you guys offer to put a microphone in front of me. So.
Well, we're glad she let you come tonight.
Oh, it's a good opportunity to come out. I've been watching these guys. It's Kale's a senior this year, and I've been watching these guys with all that they've done. I enjoy seeing them grow as a team and everything like that. So, good opportunity.
Get your first down, Trent.
Yeah, don't.
I'm really surprised we ran wide there, but that's okay. You know what? No, that was third down.
They got it. Yeah, that was. You really needed to get the
first
first
down. We ran wide.
Yeah, you think right there. That's one of those you're just gonna just keep doing what you're doing.
Go forward and
jam the ball.
Yeah. We are going to have some halftime stats from Mr. Scott Smith. He was over at the tennis sectional for a while covering that for the paper.
Yeah, Statmaster Smith down there. So, we're down to just about 2.5 minutes to go here before halftime.
Short pass, he's wide open.
Wide open.
What? Oh!
The guy's grabbing on his back, and that was a catchable ball too. So that's.
You know what? We may want to look at that. Our guys up in the press box here, if they look at that and we call that play again, we may want to adjust our route and run more of an out. About 10, 15 yards up and out instead of to the corner.
Well, if you saw what happened there is Saunders, they bit on Saunders coming across the middle, and that opened that little flare out for Bridgewater there. And 5 had to make up ground. That's what he ended up grabbing the back of the jersey there at the end of the play.
Either that or Trent just get rid of the ball sooner on that, because when he first broke out, he was wide open.
Yeah, he's going to have to recognize that sooner, no doubt about it.
All right, here we are, 2:30 left in the first half. The Athenians on the 12-yard line.
2.5 minutes.
Looking to knot the game up. We're not going to do anything fancy here. Trent's running the ball. Which side? Off. Oh, good hit, but you know what? Gain at least 3.
Pushed him forward. Another guy came around so quickly, ended up pushing our guy forward. That was, we need to look at, there's a breakdown on an assignment there for a guy to get in the backfield that quickly.
Oh.
Clock's still running.
Okay. Well, we were down here right there at the beginning, at the beginning of that quarter here, and we didn't score.
Mm-hmm. You hope that missed field goal. Well, it wasn't a missed field goal, but the bad.
The same guy.
Yeah.
That same man. We've got to do something there. Not 50.
So 47?
It's 47.
I think that's who got off the pile there.
Evan Jones, the senior, 5'11", 190, 190-pound backer. And he hits with a little force.
He's getting in there, no doubt about it.
Yep, this is, again, this would be a humongous momentum change here.
Well, that, and you think that Lebanon's, maybe not the coaches, but maybe the players just a little bit, just from a shock a little bit, Hey, we didn't score 20 points in the first half. And this team's moving the ball on us.
Yes.
So, and honestly, you just about think anybody who's playing Crawfordsville this year, when we come out and we play as well as we do, there has to be a little bit of shock anyway, because even though every year it's a new year and everything like that, your reputation does precede you just a little bit, how that is.
Well, those kids have played against these kids, and it's like,
Absolutely.
I mean, honestly, just flat out say it, they're soft. Well, we're not soft this year.
No.
Okay?
I think I actually saw some pads out there on the sled this year, so that's a good indication to me that things are moving in the right direction, no pun intended.
No, it definitely. It's really good, and I was fortunate enough to hear some of that summer workouts and Coach Getz and just how he was getting after it. It was really good.
Well,
just holding the kids accountable.
I just know I was in shock last year. We went out there rolling.
Okay. It really wasn't there. I'm glad that Trent didn't throw that where it could be caught, because it might have gone the other way.
Yeah, good decision right there.
Yeah.
But I was shocked last year when we were out there in the fall getting the sod for the baseball field, and the sled didn't have any pads on it, and I'm like, and I ended up asking one of the guys, he said, "Oh, we don't use that anymore," and I was like, that's a real different approach.
Hey, we're going for it here on 4th.
Sure, why not?
Fake counter.
Run.
He's going for it. He's got a first down. He's got a touchdown.
No flags.
Wow.
Nice job being patient.
Wow.
And his guys helping him out with the block there.
You know what? That was a great play. That's I can't remember the name of the play, but they faked that counter.
Yes.
And Lebanon, I mean, they saw, oh no, that counter has just killed us, and it held those outside backers just long enough, and we got a couple blockers out in front.
Well, Trent had the option there too.
Yes.
If they peeled off and came after him, he could have dumped the ball because he hadn't crossed the line of scrimmage yet. He did a nice job using the field to his advantage there and just being patient. Off the post.
Hey, you know what? It's 14-13. We need to make sure they don't run that kickoff back or score right here with a minute 20 left.
Yeah.
And we get the ball to start the second half.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say 1 point's not going to decide this game.
I hope it's not that 1 point. If it does.
No. If we can keep their offense off the field,
I agree.
and that's going to be the key
here.
here.
Keep them scoring here, and then just go in the second half and play the same game we have here in the first half. Then we're right where we want to be late in the game.
Honestly, if I was these guys, I'd have every confidence. If I'm down by 4 points late in the fourth quarter, to be able to drive the distance, because we just did it, take the ball the distance of the field and win the game, and take all the time off the clock.
And again, I'll go back to the 2 games we have lost in the conference. North Montgomery and Frankfurt both. We had the ball in the fourth quarter, marching, and we turn it over. Yeah, I mean, if we score both those situations, we either tie or take the lead.
Yep.
It's right there. It's where you want to be. So Albert's kicking off.
See,
and
little pooch kick there.
You know what? I don't care if it goes out of bounds.
He touched it.
All right. That's at their 19-yard line. Wow.
Now, if that goes out of bounds there, isn't it
a 35?
Yeah. Boy, that was a bonehead play.
We'll take it.
Sure. Good for us. They can keep making all the bonehead plays they want.
This is they're dangerous here. Hey, they scored in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah.
To start this quarter, the second quarter. You got to play off, but at the same time, they can run it for 15, 20 yards.
Yeah, you don't want to give up chunks of ground 20 yards at a time here, so you're kind of in a catch-22. And he's going to... Nice ball.
You see, I'm going to do it, but I'm going to say it anyway. DeAndre Brinkley's back there playing safety, and he was safety. But he should have been able to read that sooner than he did.
Should have broke on the ball.
Yeah,
because that could have been picked off easily.
Exactly.
Now it was a great, nice tight spiral, but it was overthrown by about 5 yards.
Exactly. And you know what? If you can get to the ball instead of making the tackle on the guy,
swat it down or take it away. Go catch it. At this point, they'll still be. If he picks that off, they'll still be talking about him after the game. Again, same thing.
Over the middle. That's
interference.
I take interference.
And it probably.
But I didn't want him to catch it.
Yeah, you needed to strip the ball out because they'll tack it on. That might be face masking because it looked like he grabbed him around the head. We'll see what. Take your pick. He was either interference or face masking.
We do have a score update from Tri-West. Halftime score.
Okay.
Southmont 7, Tri-West 6.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that?
Tri-West last week beat this Lebanon team 56-48.
Well, got hats off to Coach Hannum and the crew down there, down south. Obviously put together a solid game plan and, kind of the same thing we're seeing here. Just, if you don't want to get into a track meet with these guys, no doubt about it.
Strong ball in the shotgun.
Oh,
Too much time.
Good job.
Too much time. He's got
come
it
on,
wide
come
open
on.
over the middle. 12.
Come on, Brinkley. Okay, he was there. He was there. Okay. I would still, as long as Stanball's back there, we should be getting closer to him than we did there.
Yeah,
But
that's
Trayvon Hall is very fast.
Yeah.
And Pete, he's a bull. He's a load back there, and he's not slow either.
yeah.
So I'm a little disappointed that we didn't get closer to him there.
You can't give him that much time to stand back there and look, and that's not fair to the defense. They'll sweep
Right there.
Keep him out of bounds. That's it. Drive him out.
Okay.
How's he not out of bounds?
First down.
And 2 of our own guys are down there, unfortunately. That's Bridgewater staying down on the turf.
Again, we didn't use the sideline there. We just patty caked the guy, thinking he's going out. But he, like you said earlier, he's a strong boy.
Well, the other thing is too, in that situation, if you could have got him down before the first down,
Yes.
and kept him in bounds, and let
Yes.
the clock run, because now you stopped the clock. We only lost 8 seconds off the clock.
Yeah. They still have plenty of time. 44 seconds left here in the first half.
Got the ball on the 47. 40, yeah.
Okay, somebody's calling timeout.
That's
here.
Bridgewater. They've got to get him a little bit further off the.
No? What's going on?
Bridgewater hasn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's still down there on the
Yeah.
sideline. They
I
need to
got
get him.
I think Lebanon has 2 timeouts left.
Get used to. Yeah, it's Bridgewater that's down.
Scott. Lebanon have 2 timeouts.
It is.
Yep, Lebanon has 2 timeouts left.
Okay.
So, again, you can't take away the run with those 2 timeouts, which they just did run. So
I'm not so sure at this point that I wouldn't have put a shadow on 12. That's twice he's been basically somebody that spies on him. If you can afford it, I don't know what, but basically, play a man under in his zone, just because that's 2 plays in a row that he's been able to break free.
okay, we're just waiting here, like Aaron said, for the injured Athenian.
Well, the good news is he's sitting up.
Yeah.
I don't know if did he get stepped on maybe?
Frankfurt leading Danville and Southpaw leading Tri-West.
It looks like he's not able to put a lot of weight on that right leg there.
My bet, I don't know if it's ankle, but I'm thinking maybe shin.
He was kind of, the way that pile ended up there at the end, those guys were kind of awkward the way he came down. He might have come back over the top of his own foot, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So the only bad thing about, besides him being hurt, now we've got somebody fresh in the game, too, covering his spot. See if Lebanon goes after us.
47-yard line.
Well, I think they're probably shooting with the coverage that we have now. They're probably going to go deep here.
Well, they've had luck getting guys open over the middle. There he is,
Right
25,
there.
sitting right in the middle.
Don't stay with 1.
Get it.
Okay.
It's out of bounds, saving the clock. 32 seconds left. Good presence by the senior.
40-yard line.
Okay. Hey, you know what? You just go ahead and play that defense right there.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I would just stay right there.
Yeah.
Because you're giving it up
Hey, we got to get ready to go here,
7
boys.
yards at a time. You quick snap and we're in trouble because we're all still standing around looking.
Don't be afraid to call timeout, coaches. Okay, we look like we're set now.
Stand ball audible. And looking to pass.
Corner.
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Good route, good ball, just not at the right place for the Tigers. That's okay. 3rd down and about 3. Took another 5 seconds
run
off.
here. Get the first down.
Well, I'm not going to call plays for Lebanon, coach.
No, I'm not either.
But if I was defensive coordinator for Crawfordsville, I'd certainly be saying, "Hey, don't give up the first down."
But at the same time, you can't get up to touchdown.
No, you didn't make a pile. We're only bringing 3 guys right here. I might pull my backers up a little bit tighter just to guard against a run.
Well, here comes Caden.
Yeah, we're gonna see if at least fake the blitz. Nope.
Nope. Oh
There
boy.
it is.
Nobody.
Keep him.
Don't let him cut back.
Gets an alley.
He's gone.
Left and right again.
He's gone.
Too much chicken fighting.
He goes from one side of the field all the way over to the other side of the field.
5 yards out.
You know, that was about a 40-yard run in the stats, but he probably covered 100 yards.
Yeah, I think he probably ran at least 70 on that one. So, unfortunately, there's where I think Cheney blitzed on that, and I think we ended up paying for it. That's who that was that came up there and stepped into the gap, and Calvin got caught inside and couldn't get back around after the great play by the Tigers, though.
Okay, 21-13. Love will be kicking off here, barring a kickoff return. That's what we'll look at going into the half, which that's an 8-point lead. That's still a 1-possession game.
Sure.
Not bad, since we are going to get the ball to start the second half. We sure would have liked to have.
Yeah, you needed to contain right
Yes.
there. It's just all there is to that. You can't let a guy cut all the way back through the heart of your defense, and nobody's able to wrap him up long enough for the help to get there. You know, you've got to, with a guy like that, you've got to have, their defense has just got to be a swarm, and one guy's got to slow him down, and the other 10 have to show up. Because when you've got that kind of athleticism, it's not fair to put it all on one guy to try to bring him down. It's going to take everybody chipping in.
Yep. Well, it was a really nice design play because they ran, I think they had 2 receivers wide to the near side here, and they both ran crossing routes, and then they brought the
little flare.
They brought the back out to that same side that they just cleared out, and it was a one-on-one situation.
Something that would actually work really good in our playbook.
Yeah.
You got the right personnel to do it. They're kicking it deep.
We'll work on a carry. Oh, jeez. Okay.
Well, get 1, maybe 2 shots at the end zone.
Well, I thought he might have given up on that just a little bit quick. Because if that takes the wrong bounce, it can come back this way.
Yeah.
But it didn't, so he made the right choice.
Yeah.
I sure will just take a knee here.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get a tennis update. I'm kind of curious on that.
I have it right here. Crawfordsville. Nope. Wrong. That's 2 days ago.
I'll find out. I got a spy over there.
Yep. We'll hopefully get a update on that tennis sectional, which Scott might be able to do that for us.
He's over there working the thumb board too.
Yep. He's giving the halftime score out on a tweet there, and Scott will give us a halftime stats coming up, as well as our homecoming festivities today. What we'll probably do here is once those festivities start, we'll give a mic to the outside here and follow those festivities for a few minutes.
Sure, why not? Nothing like homecoming at high school.
Again, looking back, what we talked about before the game, sustain our drives. We did that pretty well, except for our second possession. We had 3 possessions. We had 4 possessions. I take that back. Yeah.
We missed the bad snap on the field goal.
Right. We did a pretty good job of that. We had the 1 turnover. We got 1 turnover, so we're even there. And I'm still going to say we need to win that one.
Yeah.
in order for us to win the ball game.
Well, and this is one of those things where the winning the turnover battle will offset some of the athleticism that we've seen.
Exactly.
So if we can, and I'm going to say it again with the back from Lebanon, even though he's athletic and shifty, he's swinging that ball around. If we can get a helmet on him at the right time.
We got the festivities going
Yep,
here,
let's
so
let
we're
her
going
go.
to turn this over to the PA guy.
Sophomore class attendance.
No, another one. I got this one on. All right,
Ron and Rita Myers. She is escorted tonight by Peyton Suter, son of Joe Suter and Stephanie Washington. Sophomore class attendant, Alyssa Myers. Junior class attendant, Maddie Hurt. She is the daughter of Jacob Hurt and Stacy Sadoff. She is escorted tonight by Ryan Fry, son of Jennifer and Jeremy Fry. Junior class attendant, Maddie Hurt. Honorary attendant, Jaron Inja. Host family, Jerry and Davis Sills. She is escorted by Davis Thompson, son of Suzanne and Monty Thompson. Again, honorary attendant, Jaron Inja. Honorary attendant, Lisa Pilley, whose host family is Dennis and Emily Toomey. She is escorted by Elliot Stewart, son of David Stewart. Again, honorary attendant, Lisa Pilley. And now let's meet our senior queen candidates. Senior class attendant and queen candidate Jewel Anzola, daughter of Julian and Crystal Anzola. She is escorted by A.J. Johnson, son of Bruce Johnson and Amanda Engelman. Senior class attendant and queen candidate Jewel Anzola. Senior class attendant and queen candidate Callie Saunders, daughter of Brian and Carrie Saunders. She is escorted this evening by Connor Frankie, son of Jim Frankie and Lisa Taylor Frankie. Senior class attendant and queen candidate Callie Saunders. Senior class attendant and queen candidate Chandler Wright. She is the daughter of Barrett Wright and Lori Clester. She is escorted by Trent Johnson, son of Gail and Kelly Johnson. Senior class attendant and queen candidate Chandler Wright. Our final senior class attendant and queen candidate is Bethany Young, daughter of Ed and Melissa Young. She is escorted this evening by Chris Baer, son of John and Carolyn Baer. Ladies and gentlemen, Bethany Young, senior class attendant and queen candidate. The flowers of the homecoming court are just a few examples of what Milligan's has to offer. Milligan's Flowers is located on Main Street in downtown Crawfordsville. This year's homecoming queen will be crowned by Student Council Vice President Davis Thompson. Crawfordsville High School's 2016 homecoming queen is Callie Saunders. Once again, Crawfordsville High School 2016 homecoming queen, Callie Saunders. Congratulations to all the senior and other class attendants and their escorts this evening.
Let's do it now.
I'm on. All right, here's your first half stats. First, for the Crawfordsville Athenians, Trent Johnson is 3 for 7 for 65 yards and an interception. Lebanon's Evan Stamball is 4 for 11 for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving for Crawfordsville, Cameron Saunders, 1 catch for 29 yards. Dalton Bridgewater, 1 catch for 26 yards. And Elliott Stewart, 1 catch for 10 yards. For the Tigers of Lebanon, Jalen Washington has 1 catch for 40 yards and a touchdown. Clayton Barber, 1 catch for 32. Zach Defoe, 1 catch for 21 yards and a touchdown. And Jaleel Rollins, 1 catch for 18 yards. Rushing for the Athenians, Caden Jones leading the way with 14 carries for 66 yards and a score. Trent Johnson also has 14 carries for 36 yards and 1 touchdown. And Stephen Latre has 2 carries for 21 yards. The Athenians have carried the ball 30 times for 123 yards, good for a 4.1 average. For Lebanon, Jalen Washington's been the machine for the Tigers. He has 7 carries for 112 yards. That's good enough for 16 yards per carry. He also has a touchdown. Evan Stamball, 5 carries for 33 yards. He did have a fumbled or a snap over his head. He lost 10, so really he's at 43. The Tigers, 12 carries for 145 yards, good enough for 12 yards a carry. Total yards for the Athenians, 188. Total yards for the Tigers, 256. First downs, each team has 12. Each team has 8 rushing first downs. The Tigers have 4 passing first downs, the Athenians 3, and the Athenians picked up a penalty first down on their first drive of the night. So pretty even stats. Athenians will get the ball to start the second half, and we'll be back to Aaron Wendelin and Rhett Welliver right now.
Yeah, let me get this on first. Hey, Scott, I do have a question. Have you got a final on the tennis sectional?
Yes, I do.
Wait just a second.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, yes, I do. Turkey Run is the sectional champions. Wow. They beat Crawfordsville 3-2. The Athenians had their one singles player, Vladik Zagara, won in straight sets, and their number 3 singles player, Ryan Fry, also won in straight sets for the Athenians. Ryan was an attendant here at homecoming. Unfortunately, they lost at 2 singles. The 1 doubles match went 2 sets, and the 2 doubles match went 3 sets, with Turkey Run pulling it out late. So good season by the Athenians. They came in. North Montgomery had beat them during the season 3-2. They turned the tables on them and beat them. Their singles play had been really strong all season long. Unfortunately for their 2 singles player, he just ran in. That kid was really good. He was great at dropping shots in, and
That wouldn't happen to have been one of the Mitchell boys.
Probably.
Yeah.
He looked familiar, so I bet he probably
Yeah.
was one of the Mitchell boys. Yeah.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Any history on when the last time Turkey Run won a sectional was?
I don't.
Maybe Mr. Barry Lewis knows the last time Turkey Run won a tennis sectional.
I don't think ever.
Last time Turkey Run won a tennis sectional.
I do not believe they have.
I know they've never won the. I know they've never.
Because they didn't even have a tennis team 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I know they've never won the Wabash River Conference, and they did that this year. So
Okay.
I'm assuming this is their first ever sectional
So this
championship.
is really historic.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's good for them.
Right, exactly.
Like I said, I know that it was a really senior-laden class down there.
Right.
They've been together for a long time, so
Right.
hey, that's good to see a small school like that. And they're going to have to go up against some big boys next week.
Exactly. Yeah, Terre Haute North coming to town, or Terre Haute South. Yeah, exactly. But you know what? Coach Carrie Jones's team, they have one senior. So she's going to bring everybody back next year. They unfortunately lose Vladik. He's a foreign exchange student, but good things are in the pipeline for the Athenian senior team or tennis team. Sorry.
I think so too. Yeah, and Coach Jones being her dad, and that was a longtime tennis coach here, and of course the courts were named after him.
Mm-hmm.
There's a real connection there, I guess you want to say, for the tennis program in general.
Right. Exactly.
Really gives it some long roots.
Right. Yeah. And you know what? And Tuesday night, Wednesday night when they played Southmont, they needed Ryan Fry to come up big, to win that to get that third point. And he went out and did it. Well, then last night Wednesday they needed Eddie to win that third point, and then last night they needed Ryan to win that third point. And tonight, they just couldn't get it done. But again, like you said, congratulations to Turkey Run.
Yeah.
Big things happening for them, and good to see them kind of come out of there a little bit.
So we're going to I think we'll get Mr. Wendelin back in here, and he can spend a few minutes talking about boys soccer and maybe some volleyball.
Hey, they had a big win last night as well. I'll let Aaron talk about that one.
Yeah. Far away, Aaron.
Yeah, great win last night for the boys soccer team. And you want to talk about history. If my notes are correct on that, last night the guys, they beat Danville 3-1, which allowed them to tie Danville for the conference championship. And if I didn't get my message across, that's the first time that the guys have won the conference in soccer. I think the best they'd done previously was second. So
really? Well, we've had some really good soccer teams too.
Yeah, really good soccer teams. So that's saying a lot. And 12 seniors on that team, obviously gelled for them at the right time. And this is to kind of put things in perspective for how impressive a win that was last night. Tri-West has been pretty dominant for the last few years. Tri-West beat us 3-0, and it really was a physical match. And unfortunately, our guys just really didn't even have much of a showing over there at Tri-West. Danville beat Tri-West, and then our guys came out last night and just decided that was it. And they took control right from the beginning, came down, and I think they scored the first goal in under a minute, and really just controlled the tempo and the pace of the game out. A lot of pressure on their goalie. Frustrated Danville guys. One of the guys actually got a red card and got thrown out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's big, because is that the last... That was probably their last match before the sectional, which means he has to sit out.
Yeah. So it was. But all in all, great job by the guys up front, keeping pressure on the goal. Defense. Our defense plays outstanding this year. And then Joel Rader's back there as the keeper does a great job for him. So
we might as well go ahead and mention that next week the sectional starts for the boys soccer and girls soccer. The boys played North Montgomery Wednesday night.
Wednesday here, yes, and then on the other side of the bracket, it's Western Boone and Southmont. And so, I mentioned earlier when we were talking, Coach, the guys high expectations because they've beaten all the teams in the sectional now. And last year they were in, if I remember correctly, I think they were in the regional championship game last year and ended up losing. And this year, the expectation is to take it a step further. So that would really be something for these guys, just to be able to keep pushing and make some good things happen to finish out their year. So,
well, I know the volleyball team has had a kind of a rough year this year. Maybe you can just fill us in and update us on that.
You'd expect to not expect to only have one win at this point, Coach. But you knew that it was going to be a rebuilding process because we only had 2 girls with any playing experience on varsity to speak of. There was a third one that had a few sets here and there over the course, or 2 more probably had a few sets here and there, but really hadn't seen that level of competition. And then, the Sagamore Conference is strong as well. Western Boone, Tri-West is rising. Danville obviously is a good team, and Lebanon,
Western Boone year after year.
Yeah, just such a solid program, and they don't ever seem. It's kind of like Crawfordsville baseball. They don't rebuild; they just reload. I was stunned at the hitters that Western Boone that they didn't play. They had one girl, the Gubera girl, no surprise there, but they just completely reloaded. They put 3 other girls right around her that, it just...
Did they have a freshman by the name of Wilkinson play any? A buddy of mine, his daughter is a freshman this year over there.
No, there was the Gubera is a senior. There's another girl that's a junior that plays outside, and then I think she's either a freshman or a sophomore. Her name is Nicely, and I think she's a younger sister of There was a great big tall girl that was Nicely a couple of years ago. She's a smaller version of her.
Well, the Nicely family goes way back at Webo.
Yeah,
way back.
It looks like Nickley, but it's Nicely.
Yes.
So. She came out and obviously played at a very high level. So they'll miss Callie next year off of Webo. But the good news is that, Coach Johnson she's got some young players in the rotation. She's going to lose 4 seniors this year, but she'll have the main pieces back. Madison will be back play in the middle.
Right.
And then Caroline will be back from, the setting, and then you'd like to, some of Abby Bannon will be back, and then Mia Stadler will be back. Also, they won't be just quite as, I would say, almost exposed as what they were this year, because really just with Madison and Caroline having any experience, and there's just no substitute for repetition, and when you got to see. It's playing at varsity is just a different speed, and so.
Yeah, every time you move up a level, it's the biggest difference is the speed of the game, and it doesn't matter what sport you're in.
Yeah.
Just the speed of the game is just different, and until you make that adjustment, you're a little bit behind.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So I'm sure, Coach Johnson's been doing this long enough. I'm sure she's seen some things this year. She'll make some adjustments, and they'll be right back at it next year.
So we're getting ready to start the second half here, and while it's on my brain, might mention that the football sectional draw is this Friday evening at 8 o'clock.
Like tonight or next Friday?
Did I say Friday? My bad. It's Sunday. My mistake. It is this Sunday. This Sunday at 8 o'clock.
Okay, so that sounds right. Typically they do them on the weekends.
Yeah, and it is televised on Fox Network, I believe. So that would be 59, I believe.
And I'm gonna. Who all is in our sectional?
You know
this year?
what? West Lafayette, of course, they're really strong. We want to stay away from them. North Montgomery, Tipton, Webo, but it's not as strong as it has been. There's some teams there that would be really good draws for us. Benton Central would be a really nice draw for us.
A school that small is in our section.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's some teams that are just down compared to what they have been in the past. And with the way we're running our offense, and if a team just hasn't seen it, again, they're going to have a hard time dealing with it. And again, I'll go back to the turnover thing. I'm kind of persistent on that. But, we win the turnover battle in any game, we're going to be right there at the end.
Hey, I did want to real quick, back to volleyball for just a second, because the girls still have a little bit of season left, and so we'd like to see them get a few more wins.
Hey, that went out of bounds instead of into the end zone, so that means the Athenians will get the ball to start the second half at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and
extra 15 yards there.
That'll help. We'll take it any way we can get it.
Yeah, I might have missed what you said on the volleyball.
Well, they're getting ready to they still have a couple games left in the season, so wishing them all the best. And I know Madison and Caroline and Zoe, and then your seniors Alyssa Bentley and let's see, Emily Purcell, and I've got to give Kale's classmates some shout-outs there. Let's see, we've got, I'm drawing a blank here, Fabiola Castro, and nice little run there.
Yep, right back at it with Caden Jones, pounding the ball.
Yeah, just driving away. Oh, and Lily Bashong, last of the seniors. So wishing them all the best and keep plugging away. You know, it's been a grind, but they've worked too hard not to try and finish things out and get a couple more wins and make some noise in the sectional.
You always want to win, but ultimately coming down to the end of the year, you can feel good if you're playing your best ball at the end of the year.
I'll tell you, they've improved week after week, and they played very well against Danville last night, but just a little bit too much firepower, and we'll get there.
Man, they just stood our line up right there.
Well, I heard the Lebanon coaches lamenting it.
Uh-oh, we fumbled.
That's not good.
Nope.
Who dropped that?
You know what? I think they might have just jerked it away from him. That might be Trent.
Yeah, I wonder if they pulled it away from him as he was
They
hurt.
might have actually. He almost looks like he's holding his hand.
I'm not sure it's his hand.
No, I can't tell.
Yeah, he's pointing a little bit.
If he is, I heard here, I would assume that Cam Saunders would go in
Sure.
to the quarterback position. Cam was the JV quarterback last year.
Sure.
Got in a few snaps on varsity last year, not many as a freshman. But Cam's really a lot like Trent in many ways. They're almost identical in size. Probably not quite as fast as Trent.
You think? Huh?
Well, you know what? He's not as quick.
I'm not so sure I wouldn't take Cam in a 40, but on a cone drill I might take Trent.
Yeah. But the big thing is the leadership here.
Trent's he's your alpha dog, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty high up.
Yeah, I thought he was keep it PG-13. I thought he was pointing at his groin there for a second.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have thought much of an injury there because it was just, it was a pile.
Yeah, it just maybe twisted funny on the way down, maybe.
Unless, it's possible somebody was coming in leading with their helmet.
Get a kind of a hip pointer there. The good news is everything's moving, and he's at least coherent enough. He's given the staff some guidance as to what it is.
If you did not hear, the homecoming queen was Callie Saunders.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll check out Trent here. He's not putting any weight on it, so that's
on
not
his right
good.
leg, yeah. There, he's putting it down a little bit.
Yeah.
That's better.
Well, the Athenians will just have to step up.
Yep. Next man up, as they say.
Yep. The big thing is, it's the emotional part here. Somebody has to step up, and I'm hoping it's Caden Jones or Calvin Cheney or somebody like that and becomes the emotional leader. And he keeps this team emotionally in the game.
Yeah, you can't, as much as you'd like to, you can't be thinking about the guy on the sideline. You got to take care of business here. Cause
they're looking to put this baby away right now.
Oh.
You got to get more pressure on he can't stand back there that long.
No, nobody.
Cannot.
No, that's a huge pickup right there. And it's you can't give up a touchdown right away like this. You get the ball and then whatever the circumstances were, the turnover, you've got
to. Just looking down here at Trent, it looks like a quad, which could again been a helmet or something like that. Stand ball right up the middle.
It's running straight up and down.
Now I did not see a face mask.
You might have had I don't want to call it a spear, but the guy that came in there at the end with the and then he's picking it up.
No, the referee already called the penalty, but I did not see what he called.
He's walking it off.
What is that? Unsportsmanlike?
Spearing.
Oh, okay.
Half the distance to the goal. Tigers will have first and goal.
First and goal from the 8. Oh boy.
There's half again. Get your lesson in fractions tonight. Not infractions. Bridgewater back on the sidelines on crutches too.
Oh,
so
not good.
Yeah, so now you're down 2 of your senior leaders out there on the defense and offense, with Trent on the trainer's table over here still.
They have played a lot of guys this year, so
yeah,
Washington in the backfield.
What's that?
So we call timeout. Yeah, they were down to 6 seconds on the.
Wow, were they trying to draw us off again? It'd be kind of odd, I think, in that situation.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking for some more updates here. North Montgomery's tied Western Boone 14 all.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure. That's probably third quarter, is my guess.
Yeah. Actually, I heard during our halftime they announced the halftime score. I didn't catch what it was, but I knew they'd already been through halftime.
Yeah, it's 8:28 left in the third quarter with that.
Out of the timeout, the Tigers will have first and goal at the Athenian 40-yard line.
Well, I bet they run it here. Washington or stand ball? Washington. Stand ball. He's going to throw it.
Make it look easy.
Man, yeah. Well, again, if you've got that much time to throw the ball and they run those crossing routes.
That guy, I mean, this is how much time he had. That guy covered from the line of scrimmage to the back of the end zone and then halfway across the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, we got to do something. We've got to send more linebackers.
Well,
it doesn't do us any good.
Last time we blitzed the guy, they scored the touchdown with 8 seconds left in the half. They sent Cheney on the Mike blitz, and that was it.
Well, I might not bring him up the middle. I might bring him from the outside. But again, Lebanon's shown all year they can score against anybody. They scored 55 points against Zionsville.
Right.
They scored 48 against Tri-West. They scored 60-something against Frankfurt. So it's nothing new that we're seeing from Lebanon, what they've done all year.
Yeah, so the kick is good, making it 28-13 with 10 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the third quarter at the Athenian football complex.
We just have to go back and look at what we've done. And if we take the 2 turnovers away, that's 2 scores.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 scores will make it 14-13 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, and, the turnover is done, it's over, and now what you've got to come out and do it. I guess the good news is from the standpoint of letting Saunders run the offense. He's had the 1 catch,
right?
But other than that, he really hasn't been involved.
Mm-hmm.
And
fresh legs.
Should be able to step in for Trent and should be able to run the offense without, as we said, from a physical standpoint, he might be not quite as shifty as Trent, but certainly, every bit as quick. And, it's an opportunity here to show a little bit of leadership and rally these guys and get them going. Again, think your other seniors that are out there, Caden Jones. And
it looks like it's going into the end zone again.
Boy, he can't really got a boot.
Yeah, he kicks the ball. The Western Boone has a really good kicker. It kicked a 48-yard field goal last week.
Holy moly.
So,
in high school.
Yes.
That's, wow.
Yep. Really, Jackson is a pretty good.
Oh, sure.
He kicks the ball well. Now, he's only been doing football for 2 years, kicking.
Right.
So.
Well, I was teasing Mike Raiders the other night. The guy that I think, if he can kick a ball that's shaped like a watermelon, is Joel. When he kicks that ball out of the goal during the game, he kicks the ball 60 yards in the air.
There's some. No.
Oh, on the carpet. Got it. Lebanon comes up with it again.
Not good.
No. And we got another.
That was, you know what? I wonder if that's just a package that we run when Saunders is in there. Because that was an actual option.
Yeah.
And we didn't run an option at all when Trent was in there.
No.
Now, I think I have seen it a couple times earlier in the year. But we hardly ever run an option.
Now it's 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and they got the ball on the 17, 18-yard line.
Yep. Where's turnover?
Turnover. Yeah. Well, we said it going in. You got to win the turnover battle, and right now we've had 2 turnovers and Lebanon's put 2 touchdowns on the board.
Pass.
A little bit better.
Oh, jeez. Yep.
That's just a good throw and a good catch right there. We actually had a little bit of pressure on him that time, too. Kind of overran it, and Stanbaugh just did a nice job standing in the pocket and making a throw.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just good football right there. Not much you can do about it.
Well, yeah, we had one of our middle linebackers covering that receiver, which speed-wise wasn't going to work.
No.
And then our safety just was late getting over there. But they had other guys cutting back across the middle that held him.
It's good.
Held him long enough for him to be open there. But again, it was a good route, good pass. We got to hold on to the ball here.
Oh.
We've had the ball 3 plays, and we've had 2 turnovers.
Yeah.
We'll go back here, and we're going to hand the ball, or we're not going to hand the ball off. Caden will take the direct snap, I'm sure, on this play, and maybe on 3 consecutive plays. If not, we're not going to hand the ball off here. It's going to be bam, bam, bam. I think. Just kind of see what Coach Get's philosophy really is at this point in time.
Well, this is an opportunity here. You're gonna grow your football team.
Well, right. What are you saying here? Am I really at this point? It's 35-13. I want to win this game, but again, what I mentioned to you about the volleyball team, I'm looking to get better for the end of the year.
Sure, you're gonna try some things and see if some guys can step up and perform and offsides. Yeah, they were offsides.
It's 9:56 to go here in this.
We'll take that. I'm still not so sure he won't put it in the end zone though.
Yeah.
Because that last one hit 2 yards deep in the end zone.
Exactly. I'm not sure why we're. Well, yeah, I do know because if the ball's kicked over our head, we're letting it go.
I'm not so sure I wouldn't put the guys on the 5 though, just because of what you said though, that the ball takes a goofy bounce.
Yes.
You end up getting the ball at the 2 instead of the 20.
17 yards, Ryan Poole with the touchdown reception. The fourth TD pass of the night for Stoneball. He is now 3 out of his last. He's completed 4 of his last 4 passes. 3 of those have gone.
See how
It's up to 152
kicks it.
yards.
Well, again,
Still a
we're
good
gonna
kick.
return that one.
I think it takes it at the 7.
DeAndre does have good wheels.
Oh, nice seam. Nice seam. Good job. Way to keep your legs moving there by Brinkley. Gets it all the way out to the 35. There's something you can build off of right there. Good return, good blocking, gave him a little bit of a seam. Nice job. 28-yard return there.
35-yard line.
Trent.
He's on crutches over here.
Is he?
Yeah, I just saw him. Now where'd he go?
I think he's left the premise.
No, he's down over here. See him at,
Oh, okay, I see
at
him.
the,
Yeah.
at the far,
Yeah.
as we're looking at the far left.
It looks like he is done for the night.
Yeah, he got a big old ice bag taped on the front of his hip.
Caden.
Still moving, churning. So the ball's on the carpet again.
Caden's going to need a little relief here, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to need some relief right now.
He's trying, but he's
Cramp, I think.
yeah, the cramp. I know that he had some problems earlier in the year with some cramps as well.
Yes.
So
Yes. If anyone has ever been around Caden, you know, he is a sweat hog.
I feel for him because I'm the same way. Guys do not ever want to wrestle me in practice because I get a little slimy. So I feel for him on
Yeah,
that.
he's just drenched after, you
Yeah.
know, I mean, just like a couple minutes out there working out, and I mean, boy is just
Yeah.
pouring with sweat. He works his tail off, though. Hard worker. We'll have a score update. Danville leads Frankfort 27-16 with 6:11 in the third quarter. See if I can find the Tri-West Southmont score. Last thing I did see on that, Tri-West had taken the lead. Yeah, Tri-West is now up 20-7 over Southmont with 7:57 to go in the third.
No, this is. I'm watching down here on the sideline, Coach. Is Jackson Albrecht is taking snaps like he's going to be the punter because Trent also got the punting. That's back to my comment.
Yeah.
If Joe Raiders is in the stand, if we could get a uniform on him, I'd let that kid punt all the time.
There was also, let's see, just after I had announced that North Webo score, Webo scored on a safety to take a 16-14 lead. So that they would receive the punt or kickoff from North's 20-yard line. So.
Right. And Caden came off under his own power.
Is that Latre? I believe that was Stephen Latre on the carry there. Again, our options are creepy, getting smaller and smaller
Yeah.
with these injuries. Again, you know, what are we trying to achieve here? And, you know, people can look at it negatively or positively, however you want.
What you want to do here is you want one thing at a time. Let's go get a first down.
Yes.
And then we'll worry about it after that. And, you know, 3rd and 3, so let's establish that we can, you know, we can run a
That's
play.
Latre. No, yeah. That was a mistake.
Ugh.
He need to cut that up quickly. Not that there was much there.
No. There was all kinds of penetration
Yeah.
by the Tigers on that one. There was really nowhere for him to go, even if he tried to cut that back. They had.
We're going to have to throw the ball. And Cam's capable of throwing the ball. There's no question.
What
Cam's
I
capable.
don't understand is, from an offensive line standpoint, why they don't just go back to what they were doing if they were having good luck, firing off the ball, driving the guys back. And as I'd mentioned before, Albrecht is back to take the snap and punt the ball for the Athenians.
Too much time.
Yep. Oof.
Delay game is the call. All 5 yards.
Heard another update down here from Mr. Katie. Western Boone kicked a field goal now. And So they're up 19-14.
Yeah, you mentioned that they had a guy kick one 48 yards, so. Kick them. Well, they don't have to wait for them, fellas. Snap the ball. Oh, jeez. Fall on it.
No, that was a bad snap. This is not what the Athenians needed. They played a really nice first half. And coverage.
Yeah, that's just.
That was Cam Saunders on there. No,
Elliott
Stewart. Yep. Only one place. I mean, it was a good pass too.
Sure.
I mean, the quarterback threw it where only they could catch it.
Yep.
If they don't catch it, it's incomplete.
Well, that's one where the receivers just got to keep running and run under it, and he kind of turned to look and he lost about a half a step when he looked back over his shoulder there. That's just an experience thing.
You know, I don't mind the safeties taking a little chance here and jumping on a route. That's a good job. Good defense there that time.
That's what we've been looking for there, is work the guy out of bounds, inside, outside. That was that was A.J. Johnson. Good job by A.J. out there.
Yep, that's the way it's supposed to be done.
Yes, it is.
2 positive plays there. Need to hold them here. Lebanon probably, my guess was they'll try a field goal. I think they've kicked a few earlier in the year.
From their standpoint, that's probably one of the things that they do want to work on. Maybe is, as if they ball. I don't think it was
3 points in a 4A game is.
Sure.
It's honestly bigger than it is at a smaller school.
Sure it is. And that's one of those things. You want to get those guys out there. It's one thing to do it in practice. It's a whole nother kettle of fish to do it during a game when the pressure's on. Now, there's no pressure here, but it's one of the reasons you would want to do that right now.
Yep. Let's see. Be interesting to see what we do now on offense if we put the ball in the air at all. It just doesn't appear that we're going to be able to move the ball on the ground this half with the injuries we have. Now, if Caden gets back out there, he's going to get some carries, but they have so many guys in the box.
Okay, so
and their whole emphasis is going to be on Caden.
Sure. And clearly you don't want this to be that something's wrong with Trent, that he's not able to come back. But it's also don't carry the ball like that.
Oh, geez, he's still good effort, but you're right. Oh my! Hey, believe me, I go through that every week with the 7th grade. And we practice high and tight, and we do drills, and we're grabbing at the ball and punching it in practice, and they do a nice job in practice. They get out there in a game, and it's just, it's completely different. They think they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but that ball's way out there, and you're just holding your breath.
He's whipping that thing around like a lunchbox.
Well, Caden is not in there.
No. This might be something where if he's tweaked a little bit, it's not worth sending him back out at this point. I get what I was getting ready to say is, you don't want something to be wrong with Trent that he's not able to come back next week or whenever it ends up being. But ultimately here, this starts to turn into, if you have to go with Saunders as a longer-term option, you want to start to get him some reps and some plays with the personnel that you've got. And then you think about next year, too.
Yes.
Because you've always got to be working forward here. It's a process.
Cam has really good leadership qualities, too. So I don't think it's a huge issue. It's just senior versus sophomore.
Sure. It's a rep thing. Who's got the reps?
Yeah, in practice. Yeah.
I see Coach Gerald is not happy with the O-line. That they're letting guys slide off of blocks way too easily.
The O-line's done a good job this year. I mean, they really have done a solid job. But when you lose your two starting backs, the O-line's got to take an extra step.
Well, as I said, they've got to step up. Nobody on the O-line's been hurt, and
No.
it's the same personnel. So I don't understand why the results have changed
Yeah.
for them.
Look at that. They've got all 11 guys in the box.
Sure, they
defensively.
stacked them up. So there he goes. No, Brinkley double team.
Run it, Cam.
No. Oh, he got open. He was.
They've got a flag, but probably holding against
Yeah, I'm
the
sure.
Athenians. But Cam really, he should have ran the ball there.
Well, the only thing is, I looked to see how much room he had. When I looked back up, Brinkley had actually gotten behind.
He threw the ball late. If he was going to throw it, he threw it late.
Just too hard of a throw there.
But part of it was he did have to avoid two Lebanon defenders getting in the backfield. He got around them, and then he ran about another 7-8 yards before he squared up his feet and shoulders.
Tough when you're a right-handed quarterback rolling out like that, and to stop and square and get any kind of velocity on the ball, because he was trying to put it 10, 20, almost 30 yards in the air.
Okay, we have a different punter this time. Saunders is punting.
Taller.
Well,
still a high snap. Oh no. Hit one of their guys. It got out of bounds.
It did hit Lebanon first.
Oh, yeah. Just bounced off their guy.
Yeah.
One of those things, tonight seems to be going their way on a lot of different levels, so.
Lebanon, they're going to play their starters through the third quarter. Do the same thing. Going to play them through the third quarter at least.
There's still.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time.
That's a good point. The football has not crossed on the 50-yard line yet in the second half. So
no, not even on the punt.
Not on the punt. Oh, wrap up. Come on. Oh, jeez. Come on, guys. You got to fight the urge right here to.
Well, this goes back to all the previous years and our tackling all the previous years. We're not going to change that overnight. It's better.
It's better, but this is where you still want your guys take a little pride in yourself and go out and compete.
Yep.
Don't let the guy in front of you beat you.
That was a nice
good tackle right there.
Just too far downfield.
Yeah. Well, it's your defensive back because
it wasn't him. Where's our linebacker?
No contain.
Yep. And we pretty much have two separate lines. We pretty much have an O line and we have a D line.
It looks like it, yeah.
So guys shouldn't be tired. Good job.
Good.
Oh no, he stayed on his feet.
Ball's loose.
Ball is loose.
They're going to give it to us.
Yes. Well, hey, let's just go 99 yards.
I'm guessing we could take a little time off the clock if we do that, which would be just fine with me. Keep the ball out of Stambaugh's hands, or whoever they probably. It'd be nice if we could run it out. And, boy, the nose of the football is on. It's going to be 90.
It's too bad that ball didn't trickle on into the end zone and recover it in the end zone.
Yeah.
And we'd be out at the 20.
That's all right. I'll take this over the 6 points.
No, we're going to sneak this ball out of here.
And just thing we got to be careful of is we got to try to get a first down because you worry a little.
He got across, but it wasn't by much. This is one place where I wish we would go under center, but we've done this all year, so. Yeah. And you can have problems from under center. If you've gone shotgun, and then you go under center, that snap is a little different.
No doubt.
Saunders again. In the shotgun.
Go ahead.
Trey will
Yeah.
come back.
Hmm.
And Trey gets it. He's gonna
There we
go
go.
forward. And he may pick up one this time. Giving two.
Trey, the ball carrier up
Get
the
it out
middle.
for 4. It'll be third
That's
down
tough
and
going down there.
Yeah. Oh. This is
Yeah.
where you just got to embrace at this point. Like I said, the O-line just got to say, you're my guy, and I'm moving you
Yeah, I was gonna say,
3 feet that way.
The defensive line is trying to impose their will on the offensive line, and the offensive line is trying to impose their will on the defensive line, and that's all it is right now.
You just gotta say, I'm not gonna let you beat me. I'm gonna beat you, and just move your guy. Everybody's got to make their assignment.
Hey, there we go!
Oh, good
Okay.
job by the backer stepping up
Yes,
and
yep,
making a good play there. Filled the hole in a hurry because it looked like he had some daylight.
yeah. You know, some people may say, why can't we do that? Well, Lebanon spreads the field out, and our defenders we can't have 11 guys in the box against a spread offense.
No.
So, you know, so their guys, if you break through, they've got another guy right behind them.
Right. Well, and Lebanon's not really, at this point, it's not even like a run and shoot.
Oh,
It's basically
no.
a shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even the runs that they've had have been to the outside, have been sweeps. So,
Well, we need to get a good snap here.
no kidding.
If it's not a good snap, just a safety would be okay. Now roll.
It's got
Roll.
the.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, he's gonna pick it up. Still didn't
boy.
make it over the 50. Oh, there's a flag. Oh, how did he not? Guy's standing right there. How did he not see that? The guy absolutely.
He might have been following the ball.
Yeah. That was a block in the back. Ugh.
Remains on this side of the 50. The ball has not been on
Lebanon,
the side
yeah.
of the 50 this entire half.
2 minutes left in the third quarter.
Okay, let's.
I guess technically
This game has really slowed down.
Yes, it has.
Of course, we haven't sustained our drives.
No.
When we sustain our drives, the clock it doesn't stop, except for the first down.
That's right.
And that usually takes at least 3 plays. So, see, again, and they're going to throw the ball here.
Yes, they are. Oh, nice play.
Yep.
Well designed play.
Yep. That was against us again.
Yeah.
Led with the helmet, though.
Yeah, you can't. No,
And we have a flag, and I believe it's going to be on Crawfordsville.
ball is at
The 18. Yeah, that was an tackle.
it was on the guy polishing off there.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Yep.
put his head down. You got to keep your face up.
For your own safety as well.
No
on
doubt
that.
about it.
I mean, it's just, and that's not what's taught. Coach Getz gave us the 7th and 8th grade coaches a clinic over the summer, and you know, I mean, he was really adamant about the proper technique and tackling, and that's not the proper technique.
No, you go back. That's just basics right there. You put your face on the guy. You don't put your head down because there's so many bad things happen.
Yep.
And the snap, the handoff to Williams.
They went under center and scored.
Mm-hmm.
That was Washington again.
Touchdown from 6 yards out.
Makes it 44.
Minute 30 to go here. In this third quarter.
You know, Lebanon's a good team, no question. They will have a lot of problems at the 4A level. Their defense is.
I'm gonna say is they're gonna see offensive lines that. Not anything against our guys, but they're at 4A. They're gonna see guys that are gonna come out and push them around.
Yeah.
And not that our guys haven't done a good job, but
Right.
we're just not as imposing as some of those bigger schools that you're gonna see at the 4A level.
You know, and again, it's no disrespect to our guys, but this is the first year under Coach Getz. We will see a humongous difference 1 year from now
Mm-hmm.
in, I'm going to say, the shape
Mm-hmm.
of our offensive linemen, defensive linemen,
Mhm.
our big guys.
No doubt about it.
They're just going to be much more stout.
It's a process, and it's now that the guys understand this is what it's going to take, and yeah.
Again, I'll go back to the 7th grade team because that's what I'm a little more familiar with, working with every day. I've had a couple of young men that have lost several pounds since the start of football season.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, okay, guys, what's the message here? What are you doing? And I know they're 7th grade, but it's a lifestyle too.
Sure
that
is.
you're living.
Mm-hmm.
And so what's the message? What do you need to do next summer so then when you start practice next fall or late next summer that you don't lose that much weight? You've actually, you might lose a couple pounds, but you're not going to lose 20 pounds for a 7th grader.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. And hopefully they're turning that into muscle.
Yeah, it's like you said. I was like, that's another good. Oh, jeez.
That was Stephen Latreille trying to catch that, and he would have been better off just
Stay away from that. 'Cause that was spinning on its side.
Yeah. Yep. But those are things too. Again, it's a lifestyle, but it's a culture. It's a culture within a program.
Yeah.
And those are, believe me, those are things that are going to change.
Well, you don't have to look too far from where we are to remember how long Southmont football was down, and then it started with the youth program.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, the Mounties are still the only team to win the conference football championship 3 years in a row.
That's correct.
And that's saying something to go. And it was a process, and it was a culture change when Coach Hannum showed up down there, and you could see the seeds are planted here, and you have to believe that Coach Ketz is in this for the long haul, and that's always a good feeling. It's not like you're putting Band-Aids on a problem. Here's a guy that's come in and said, I'll show you how to do it.
Yep.
And I'll meet you halfway, and let's go work and get something done.
Okay. Counter. Hey, that's A.J. Johnson there.
That's not a bad little play.
Nope. We haven't run that for quite a while now. A couple score updates. Danville now leads Frankfort 34-16 at the end of 3.
Wow.
And Tri-West still with a 20-7 lead over the Mounties at the end of 3. And I'll look for that North Webo score again. That's the game that's in question. The South Tri-West game is still in question.
Last I heard, that was, I think
1914. The Stars. Okay.
Into the third quarter here.
That was one long third quarter.
Yeah.
We'll see too what Lebanon does here. There's some philosophies here on do you take your starters out at the beginning of the fourth quarter, or do you let them play one series? We'll see.
Looking across the field, it's not like Lebanon has an overwhelming number of players on the team either. So you might be thinking a little bit further ahead also. You guys...
Yes.
The game's not in question at this point, and you want to build some experience, and you don't want guys to get hurt. So
and the sectional is 3 weeks away, and we've already got 2 of our guys on the sideline. Mm-hmm. You don't want your starters to go to the sideline.
Now, Caden's still, Caden's still walking around with his helmet on, but I'm pretty sure they're not going to put him back in.
Yeah, I forgot about Bridgewater.
Yeah, Bridgewater's over here. He's in street clothes. It looked like it was his ankle is what they were working on with him. But he doesn't have a boot or anything on. He's got street clothes and shoes on.
Yeah. Now, looking ahead, Crawfordsville has Tri-West next week, who, again, they're leading the conference, beat Lebanon last week, 56-48. They have a D1 tight end in the Hendershot kid. He's going to IU. Solid, good program. Won the state title a few times, twice.
At least.
At least twice. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, good defense right there. Got a hand up just at the last second to tip that ball away.
Is that 81 or 31?
81.
Levi Searing. Okay, Levi has not got very much action for the Athenians this year.
Ran a decent route.
Yep.
Ball needed to be over his other shoulder, and I think he could have run underneath that one. He had to change direction. That gave the defender a chance to stick the hand up and tip it away there.
Again, this is really good for Cam. Cam, I'm sure, has gotten very few snaps, has thrown very few balls in practice, which my understanding, talking to Trent, those guys, we don't throw the ball hardly at all in practice. I mean, you see in a game we don't throw it much, but good roll, good punt, good result.
Hey, we'll take that.
Absolutely. That's 10, 20, 30, 40. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, about 45 yards.
Well, that's the other thing you got to find for next year's a punter, so it's kind of like open auditions here.
Yeah. We're coming up, the end of the fall sports season is just right now. Tennessee's done. Winter sports will be starting here. Girls basketball starts practice 3 weeks from Monday. No, 2 weeks from Monday.
2 weeks.
2 weeks from Monday. New head coach there. Heck of a catch. Ball was thrown behind him. He turns all the way around and really caught it one-handed, didn't he?
Yeah.
New head coach Tony Bean. Unfortunately, they've had an injury.
With
Jasmine Hall,
Jasmine,
who just can be a beast on the boards. Their program has suffered, but Jasmine had a real opportunity to put up some huge numbers this year, being a junior. She's a rebounding machine, but she had ACL surgery about a month ago and is expected to miss the whole season.
There's a good stop right there. Nice job. Somebody come help him out. Good job, Calvin. Ready to keep a hold of that guy. Again, not enough pursuit there with our defense.
Yes.
I like the stuff. We got to him right away, and the guy got him wrapped up. We've got to have everybody else come and put a helmet on that guy.
Yep.
Got to have the pursuit. Yeah, it's really unfortunate with Jasmine. I will say, as somebody who recovered from both my inner cruciates being damaged beyond repair, you can come back. So, and I had mine done when I was a junior. So, wishing her all the luck and to come back and finish out her career and maybe do something else afterwards as well. Because I know that she had high hopes, but again, there's hope the rest of the girls on the team will step up and find a way to make something good happen this year in Coach Bean's first season.
3rd and 3. Oh boy, get out there! You got to pursue.
Okay.
There we go.
How's that not holding?
It should be. I saw this start about 10, 12 years ago, and it's done. I'm sure it's done at the NFL level as well as the D1 college level. But they just go out, those receivers, they just go out and they latch on, which they're fine there. But as soon as that defender starts turning his shoulders, they have to let go. If they don't let go, that should be a holding.
That was holding.
Very seldom ever call it.
There we are, offsides. Doggone it. Come on, guys.
It's 4th down. There's just not being. That's two things: not being disciplined, but not understanding the situation. In the
Loss of focus.
Yeah.
You gotta focus.
But yeah, they've been doing that for years. It just is not called. Very seldom. Very seldom.
That's holding. And a new running back here, number 11.
Yep.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
They do have some subs in there, not many.
And Caden back on the field. That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
Just a little intestinal fortitude there by the senior to get back out there and try to help slow down the Tiger attack.
Up the middle again.
Oh, he's going to walk in.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I did not see what Caden or Calvin did there.
They weren't in on the play because I didn't see them either. I'm just going to leave it at that. Somebody two guys got completely fooled on that because they weren't around the ball at all. I think he was kind of scared. He broke through the initial line and it's like, hey, where am I?
I mean, because he really didn't run super hard when they got through there, It's just like, okay.
He had to pause for a second. There were so many options of which direction to go. He paused to figure out which one he wanted. Shoot, 52.
Okay. Well, again, let's look for something positive here. Get some O going.
Well, you'd like to start here. Maybe you could, if they don't kick it into the end zone, let's set up a return and run a decent return and go from there. But
I'm assuming that Lebanon may put in their backup.
You'd like to think so at this point.
Because it's not going to serve their starters any purpose to be out there.
No, I think what you want to do here is you want to protect against some guys getting injured at this point.
Well, this has been the first blowout of the year for the Athenians.
Yes.
But again, it's a ball game at halftime.
It's winnable.
Absolutely.
Honestly, a couple of plays from being in the lead, going into the locker room.
Yep.
Totally different story in the second half, though.
The big thing will be tomorrow, checking on Trent, seeing where he's at, and Dalton. Obviously, Caden's okay.
Got the ball, so see if we can get... Nice move. That's Brinkley. Two strong returns in a row for DeAndre Brinkley. He takes that one back out over the 30-yard line.
Yep.
So here's again something you can build off of. That had to be over a 25-yard return, 25-yard return. So nice job by the guys picking somebody out, staying on them, and giving DeAndre a chance to see the field and make a couple moves. So nice job by
Okay, Lebanon does have some back. They definitely have their backups in there.
A couple guys with clean socks.
Well, and they're not nearly as big. The 300-pounders.
The double Whopper with cheese, and Caden taking the ball. Nice job. Yeah, double Whopper with cheese is over there on the sideline. I see him. So.
Okay. Let's just do that. And I think we have all of our starters in there except for the guys that have been injured.
Yes. You want to get these guys some good feel right here.
Yes.
Again, go out and establish, hey, I can beat the guy across from me. Something to take into next week because you're gonna run into some big strong guys over at Tri-West.
We got Tri-West next week, and then to finish up, we go to Danville. And I was at the Danville Southmont game last week.
Mm-hmm.
And from the physical standpoint, we're as good, if not better, than Danville.
Okay.
It'll just be a matter of execution.
Well, I think that's Danville always used to be so physical.
They used to be.
And I don't know if I've not followed the program through the
new
years.
Coach
But
this year.
Okay.
They got rid of the coach from last year, which they've had a few down years in a row.
Right.
And
not what you would expect from a program that used to. Again, Danville and Tri-West.
Yep.
Way back when were
Yes.
I'll never forget my junior year when we won our first playoff game over at Seeger, and then we got a chance to go over
First down there.
play the guys at Tri-West.
Yeah.
And
a different level, right?
oh my goodness, that was, wow. And that was back when they were still single A.
Yeah.
And they were big and physical and not like anything else we'd seen. And that was before they were in the Sagamore Conference. But yeah.
This was another update several minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, on a tweet that Western Boone had kicked another field goal and went up 22-14 with 2.5 left in the game. So that game is probably over.
Yeah, Chargers hanging around, but unfortunately not able to make anything happen with the.
They would have to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion
just to tie it. Caden dancing around, finds a little room, scores. Oh, hey, barrels forward there at the end of the play. Good kind of third effort after initial contact to get 5 yards out of that.
Hey, you know what? The ball is in Lebanon's territory.
Did it make it over?
Well,
there's more of the ball on their side of the field than ours.
The ball's in Lebanon territory.
Say more of the ball on the green than on the white. We're looking for positives. We'll take one right there.
Yeah. There was a coin flip on that decision, whether it was or not.
Yeah. Good spot. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Some positive energy here.
Oh, there. Oh,
keep going. Keep going. Nice job keeping his legs going. We're inside the 40 now, so nice job. Pickup of about 11. Yeah, pickup of 11.
We're looking at next year, too. Stephen Latre will be the main feature ball carrier. Unless
somebody else comes out.
Yeah.
So you see what's coming up from the junior high ranks. I don't know, or if, like you mentioned.
Well, there's also some kids that did not come out as freshmen and sophomores that I think once they see
Latre, nice job.
Yeah, I love the way he runs.
Oh my goodness,
love the way he runs.
He's like the Tasmanian devil out there, taking him down.
Once they see how the program is run now, that they'll go out there.
Well, and some guys don't want to go out and, for lack of a better term, they don't want to compete for themselves. They want to see that the team is what it's about and everything like that. And so they're going to make sure that this is something they want to be part of. And I don't know how you could not watch this team this year. And if you wanted to play football,
right?
And Caden Jones is an example. Didn't play last year, came out this year, and that's what some other guys they'll see this and they'll come out next year.
We have just as good athletes as any other school.
You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah. It's just a matter of having the right environment for these kids to develop their skills.
Yep.
And it'll happen.
Sure. Process.
Oh, good choice. He was going to hand that out. Uh-oh, get up.
Yeah, he's all right.
I'm going to mention something, too, along that with this program building thing. Coach Getz has already come out to 2 7th and 8th grade practices and spent the entire practice there.
That's impressive.
He's coming out again this coming Monday and the following Monday for the entire practice.
That's impressive.
It is. I mean, you do not see that.
No.
From the head coach, the head of the program, coming down and spending that much time. And,
Caden, direct snap. Bum one, he's in. Nice job.
So, there again, if, these kids see this, but not just the kids, the parents. Because, the kids are going home and telling the parents, hey, the head football coach, the high school head football coach was at practice today. That gets the parents excited too.
Well, sure, and this Crawfordsville is still a small community, and that's the kind of thing that's going to get around, and that's going to tell people it's legit.
Yes. Yep.
It's not a flash in the pan. It's not a flavor of the month. This guy is here. He's invested.
I'll mention somebody else, Aaron, and we've had him in your spot here on the webcast a couple of times, and that is Danny May. He's the assistant 7th grade football coach.
Saunders rolling out looking.
Get there.
Oh, good defense there.
Okay.
Although he maybe did have an arm around the receiver's back to get that swiped away, but good defense.
Yeah. Anyway, Coach May was a walk-on at Purdue for his sophomore, junior, and senior year. And, just being around him and listening to him teach, and that's what he's doing. He's teaching these linemen, offensive, defensive linemen. I mean, the stuff that these kids are learning in the 7th grade is, it's just not happening anywhere else. I'll tell you that right now.
No, and honestly, for the guys that want to soak that up, having that kind of exposure, I'll tell you right now, there's no substitute for it. My uncle is the defensive coordinator at Rutgers University right now, and I remember growing up, and he played Division I football, and then his coached football basically since he got done playing, and just listening and soaking up what those guys have to teach. And it's not necessarily things that just happen on the field, but just being around people that cast such a positive shadow and can influence these guys. No substitute for that either.
Yep. I do know, again, a lot of these things being around, the kids, onside kids.
Got away from him. I think we got it. Do we get it away from him?
May depend on which official gets in there first.
Looks like there's a bit of a scrum. Now they're signaling for those guys. Doggone it.
Lost my train of thought there.
Oh, you were saying another thing with these guys.
Oh, they really like what's going on. The kids on the varsity.
Oh, yeah.
The high school program. So it's all positive right now. I don't care what the scoreboard says. Believe me, it's positive.
Sure. Let me see your roster here for a second. I'm curious. See, stretch my arms out here. Just about can't get them long enough anymore. My eyeballs.
Oh, good penetration. We did not wrap up.
There. Finish him off. Get him down, guys.
Okay.
Jones gives the ball to Cameron Johnson. They will get midfield. Game 3. It's 2nd and 7 for the Tigers at midfield.
So Latre is just a sophomore.
Yes.
So you got 2 more years of him.
Yes.
So when I walked down coming into the complex for the soccer games,
quarterback kept the ball, boys.
Yeah, I see all the senior banners. And I know it's the football team is the same way as the soccer team is. There's a lot of seniors on the team, but it looks like you've got some good skilled players. Hopefully, you've got some beef coming up to fill in on the line, because I know that with like Spears and Pete and let's see some of the other guys that are going to be graduating off the line.
Again, I think the key for next year, well, it's going to be I think they only had like 9 sophomores come out.
Yeah,
Number-wise.
Yep.
It's getting
a little extracurricular activity
more of
over
those
there.
kids, those sophomores that will be juniors next year to come back out.
Right.
And freshmen that are going to be sophomores next year to come out.
Right.
Back out. You get those numbers back up. They started practice with close to like 50 54, 55 kids. They don't have that now.
No, they don't.
But, you get that number back up mid-50s, maybe even 60, and you maintain that.
That's a lot.
Then you think about the competition on the practice field.
Mm-hmm.
It goes up.
Mm-hmm.
Competition on the practice field goes up. Play on the game field goes up.
You're better on Friday night for it.
Exactly.
Oh, nice move.
This kid's really quick, too. He's nice. But, Stephen Latreille has just as good a feet as that young man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's a matter of right there when he makes that pause in the backfield, because he did that a yard deep in the backfield, and unfortunately nobody was able to close on him, and that credit there goes to the Lebanon offensive line for sustaining their blocks and giving him an opportunity to see that seam and then get to it.
Well, update it from Tri-West. Tri-West is totally in control of the Mounties now, 34-7.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And South Mountain led 7-6.
Oh, it's kind of like what we saw here.
Yes.
Taken down just short of the goal line there.
Well, that Tri-West senior class is, they're just loaded. You have consistent classes year after year after year, but that class is loaded.
Yeah, well, loaded. I couldn't believe how big the guys were on the soccer team. They're huge.
Oh, it is.
Fourth quarter went
Very
about
fast.
3 times as fast as the third.
Yeah. Well, that was the end of the game, 52-19. Just a quick recap here, Aaron. We came out strong in the start the game. Let me see. Did we turn over? No, Lebanon had the ball first, right? Yeah, Lebanon had the ball first, went down, scored.
No, they turned the ball over and we went down and scored.
Okay.
We took the 7-0 lead.
Okay.
So, and then they came back and tied it.
Right.
We got the ball back. No, they scored. I think we turned it over. They went down, scored, made it 14-7.
Right.
We came back and it was
14-13.
14-13 because we missed
with a minute 20 to go in the first half, and then with 14 seconds left to go in the half, Lebanon scores.
Yeah.
And takes a 21-13 lead going into the half. That was a key play.
That was a backbreaker right there.
That along with so it's 21-13. We get the ball to start the second half. Second play from scrimmage.
Lose the quarterback and the ball on the same play.
Trent fumbles the ball and he's injured. Trent is out for the rest of the game. We don't know the extent of that injury. Have to check tomorrow or whatever. I don't think it's hugely serious or anything like that because he was on crutches, but they had ice up on the quad, the thigh, which just tells me it's maybe a deep bruise.
You hope it's not up in the hip.
Right.
The Bo Jackson injury.
And then the next after Lebanon scores after that turnover, we get the ball back, and on the first play, we fumble the ball again, and Lebanon scores, and really the game was all over at that point.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks, Bear. We're going to send it back to station one.
Really, you want to go back when you talk about the positives from the game. You want to go back and you want to watch the first half tape.
Absolutely.
Because that was probably as dominant a performance by a Crawfordsville football team as I've seen since I can't say how long it's been. And so what you do is you go back and we're going to focus on what went well. And we're going to figure out what we need to do to repeat that, because really you're not going to learn a lot other than, hey, don't fumble the football. And if you don't know that by the time you're playing at this level, probably shouldn't be out there.
Yeah. Do have a final there on that Webo North game. It did end up 22-14 Webo.
Okay.
So if we kind of a quick look at the conference again. We sit at 2-3. Both North and South are 1-4 in the conference, and Tri-West is on top. They're 5-0. Lebanon is 4-1. Webo is, they have to be 3-2. I'm going off the cuff here.
with Western Boone,
And you know what? Frankfurt only has one win.
right, against us.
Yeah. And so they're tied. There's 3 teams under us at this point in time. Now, we do have Tri-West next week. Tough game. But,
And finish with Danville.
And finish with Danville at Danville, which I still say, from the physical standpoint, we're just as good as they are. So anyway, hey, we might wish some Athenian teams here all the best here in the next week. Both soccer teams, girls and boys, have sectional play coming up this week. Volleyball continues. Their sectional's not for about 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're getting into the little bit of the finish up in the conference. The girls play, I believe, Tri-West, and next week would be one of the conference battles they've got coming up. So, and maybe Frankfurt's on Tuesday. And that'll be a good match for the girls on Tuesday. Frankfurt's not anybody that we can't compete with and maybe go out and get a win.
Yeah. Almost forgot, big day down at Southmont tomorrow with girls and boys cross country conference meet. The boys should finish well. And the girls, the girls ought to finish top half.
You would think, with the hurt Maddie.
There's another girl that actually finished better.
Yes.
Ahead of Maddie in the county.
I saw
and
that.
Maddie went to semi-state last year. She did really well. So,
I just know she's good.
Yeah, Maddie's really good. So the cross-country team is really, really pretty solid. So wish them all the best tomorrow.
Unfortunately, the boys' tennis team lost tonight to Turkey Run, so their season will be done. I don't know if
the singles player gets to move on?
Vladik.
He probably does,
because I think that he did win tonight.
Yeah.
So he'll get to keep going. So
he'll get to go on in the
wishing him the best.
And so we'll be back here next Friday as the Athenians battle Tri-West Bruins. And also, this Tuesday, we will be here as the 7th and 8th grade take on the Western Boone Stars.
Hey, and I want to, it's kind of neat because if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, you get a notification when you guys come on the air. So I was sitting here actually tonight when we went on the air, when Duggar fired up everything, I got a notice on my smartphone that there was something worthwhile watching on tonight, and it happens from time to time, like when the 7th grade games come up as well. So I encourage everybody to take advantage of that. It's really neat that Crawfordsville does provide the YouTube channel to be able to watch the games on. If you can't make it out for whatever reason, still tune in and support the good guys in blue and gold when you get a chance.
Hey, and if you have a smart TV, you can go right on that smart TV and pull that baby up, and it's on the big screen.
High def, even. I noticed you've got the high def camera, so I assume we're broadcasting in 1080p. We have a YouTube button on our remote that goes straight to it. So I love it.
All righty, Aaron. Hey, good having you back here. And Justin Duggar was on the graphics on the scoreboard, and we had Mr. Brandon Demon, a freshman here at Crawfordsville this year, that was on the camera helping us out tonight.
Appreciate it, Coach. Unfortunately, didn't get the outcome that we wanted, but you know what? Did see some really impressive things from the Athenians there in the first half, and hopefully they come back out and can repeat that next week for 4 quarters.
Yes, it would be good. Very good. And hopefully the guys that were on the sidelines can get back out and dress up next Friday.
Yeah, you hope for the best on that.
Come on out. Next Tuesday, next Friday, or go Saturday, tomorrow down to Southmont, or, we've got some really good weather coming up. Get out and enjoy the kids. They really work hard, put a lot of effort into it, and deserve as much support as we can give them. Thanks again, and we'll see you.
Take care.